It's not on strike right now.
I thought they were
I thought they were on strike.
They're on rotational strike. So we were the
like
last
fake
2
strike.
days. I think they're in New Brunswick right now.
Oh, so we can
we
still
got-
get
wait,
Hold on, they're on. So what? They're going province by province and saying we're on strike here now.
I don't know if it's province. I think it's
It's like
city.
cities.
So we were, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
And then I don't know.
This is the
I
worst
think it was on
strike ever,
Thursday,
bro.
Is it ever coming back to us?
It could. Eventually, it'll become.
Like if they
a
don't-
full-
it'll
But they
rotate.
so they just said, okay, these 2 days
We're not delivering
We're not
there.
fucking with y'all.
Yeah.
Now we're back.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's go to Halifax now.
Yes.
We ain't fucking with y'all
Yes.
on Friday and Saturday
Yes.
or whatever business days. That's weird.
Trust me. I'm like, you know what? That's why I just get my package 2 days late. Okay.
Okay. All you're
I'll
doing-
wait. Like, I know
But
what I can-
eventually, it's gonna go on a full strike.
What are they on strike for? More money.
More money. More money, more problems.
Damn.
Jeez.
That was coincidental.
Yo.
Shit.
More
Shit.
money, more problems. That's not how the song goes.
It's no.
That is not
It's
how
not
it
like that. It's fuck.
Fuck
Get money.
bitches. Get money.
You know I don't say it. Ever since Lupe Fiasco, I don't say the B word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitches.
Nah, man.
I'm gonna say
Check
bitches.
West.
You a little bitch. Bitch.
Check West.
Bitch.
Ever since Lupe said, what song was it? It was on Food and Liquor.
It was one about the
He's
one.
like omitting the word eh. And I was like, okay, I can't say it no more now.
But he said bitch in a song where he was
He
describing.
said it in the line. He said omitting the word eh.
But he also said a
So,
song,
like,
and it came
but-
on Food and Liquor too, I think, where he literally talked about 2 people using bitch in 2 different ways.
That's different though.
How you mean the man said it though?
That's conceptual.
You it doesn't matter. He still said it. can't make rules against the.
Whatever. I stuck with it. I stuck
I'm
with
gonna say
it. Okay?
bitch.
I don't say
I'm gonna
the
say
B
the
word.
N word.
I say
I don't
B
say the N word.
asterisk. I say ishp.
Ishp.
Or what's it called?
Ishp.
Pig Latin? What did Kanye say? Itchnay off my
Of my
dick
dick's
bay.
name.
That's Pig Latin. Itch bay. I'm gonna start
Jeez.
saying that.
Yo, old Kanye.
I miss the old Kanye.
Straight up the gold Kanye.
I don't know the rest
The
of the words.
African Kanye.
I definitely don't know the rest of the
The
words.
Uganda Kanye. The Adidas Nike Kanye. Alright, when we start in the shade. I remember when you were
That's the one you're
my
looking for?
friend.
Hold on, let me research this. Don't put it in yet. I forgot where I read this morning.
What, the hookah shit?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because I pressed record a mad long ago. That's why I'm dying. Like, yo,
Hey, man, just I hear.
is we ready or not?
Hey Siri, start a stopwatch. Don't give me a hang on.
Go ahead.
Start a stopwatch.
Damn.
Yo, did you put your Siri on like blackmail? Like, why does it sound like that? Go ahead.
Why'd you tell you?
Go on. Go ahead.
I don't know. It started from like 2 hours for some reason.
Go on, get.
You got a rich boy on there.
But yo, deadass, are we ready?
Yeah, that's why I
ready.
start my stopwatch.
Cool. In that case.
Hello.
Mic check,
Hello.
mic check, microphone
Hell
check. 1,
to
2,
the
1,
mother
2.
effing low.
Uno, dos.
Let's go.
Uno, dos.
What's
welcome,
up?
guys. Welcome to another
My mouth
episode
is parched.
of the True North Views podcast. We are your
TNV,
go-to
TNV.
podcast to start your week
Yeah,
for any day of the week, really.
pretty much.
Your favorite podcast, your favorite
Yep.
podcaster's favorite podcast.
No arguing there.
Some would even say we are Toronto's unofficial podcast.
All should say that. Why? Because we are the kings of dope criticism,
Damn.
the pharaohs of prolific opinion, the
Ad-lib.
emperors of elevated thoughts.
It's your boy Harris here.
Skr, 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 skr. JustShola.
And as usual, we're giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians on what's really buzzing, what people are talking about, and most importantly, what people are not talking enough about. Now, as usual, let's start off with some plugs. As usual, guys, you guys can find us on Twitter, on Instagram at True North Views. Very easy to spell, very easy to find. I'll spell it for you just in case you don't know how to spell. TrueNorth.
Big Crosby Rose.
I know, yo.
Yes.
Yo, where's the fucking soundboard? Let's try that again, yo. I had to clear my throat, so you're right. Had to do that real quick, and then bring that back.
Yeah,
All right.
dude.
Let's try that again. So, like I said, on Twitter, on Instagram, you can follow us at True North Views. That is all one word.
True.
TrueNorthViews. Otherwise, you can absolutely find us on what I call, again, the big three of the podcasting
Chris
world.
Bosh, LeBron James, and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. There's a few, Karan Butler, Gilbert Arenas, Anton Jameson.
They didn't do nothing, though.
It was a big three.
They didn't do shit.
It was a big three. But nonetheless, you can find us on the big three of podcasting. You can find us on SoundCloud. Shout out to the independent rappers.
Shout out to SoundCloud
True North
rappers.
Views Podcast. If you search us on there, you will find us. If you search Apple Podcasts, because again, only those who are important have an iPhone.
Damn.
No, I'm fucking with you. I can't say that to our
if
Android
he texts
users.
you with a green bubble, run.
I can't say that to our Android
Run.
users though, because they show mad love.
Can't
But you know
realize
what? We
that,
are on
realize.
Apple Podcasts at True North Views Podcast once again. And of course, we are on Spotify. If you search True North Views Podcast, you will find us. Basically, we're everywhere though. Google us, True North Views Podcast. The website is coming very soon.
Yes, sir.
Use the
Facebook.
Google.
Well, we'll talk about that eventually.
It's a work in progress. It's all work in progress.
But yeah, man, we out here. Google us, and you will find
Do your
us. You will find
Googles.
everything you need to know about us. Now, is that it for the plug?
I think so.
I think that's it for the plug.
That's it.
Let's get then into our music potpourri segment.
Potpourri. Dun, 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 dun.
Didn't know that was going to be the intro.
I don't know. Just fucking around
Right
TV.
now.
Didn't know that was the intro. Let me play that quiet laugh real quick. I gotta get that. I gotta make the soundboard a little bit more ready, yo. I gotta react on time. But yo, let's get into that music potpourri.
Let's go.
Like I mentioned, we have a lot on the docket. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more of an even docket today.
It should be.
Should
Seems like
be,
it would
but
be.
I figure watch us do an hour and a half of music potpourri again.
I was saying, we're going to try and get you guys in and out of here in under 120 minutes.
You think that's gonna happen today?
Yes.
Let's find out.
All right, guys. It's the end of the podcast.
That is the end. So 5 minutes. That's it. All right, yo. So let's get into this music potpourri. I want to start with the king and the queen of
Thank you.
hip hop,
Thank you.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. We're talking On the Run 2. Excuse me. I can't say like On the Run 2 and On the Run Tour at the same time.
On the
That's
Run
a
2
little
tour.
sidebar.
Say it 5
but
times fast. On the Run 2 tour. 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 It's not that bad.
You handled that. I got to give you a motherfucking round of applause for that one because
Hey.
you did handle that one. Pause. Right? We do have Trevin in the building. By the way.
I'm back.
So
Sharing with the facts.
Trevin's gonna be that third mic. All those thoughts that we don't think about.
You
Remember
know
last
us.
time Trevin was on? We're like, yo, this guy's
Oh,
mad ideas, yo.
damn.
Gotta get this motherfucker on the mic more. Jay-Z and Beyonce, let's talk. So they make an astronomical amount of money on their On the Run 2 tour.
No.
Right now, fair disclaimer, this is tour revenue, right? This is not
So this
profit.
just how much they brought in.
Exactly.
Not their expenses included.
Exactly.
Ah,
Because it's
gotcha,
very
gotcha.
important to bit. I mean, accounting 101 says your profit is your revenue minus your expense.
We don't know
Right.
their expense.
We don't know the expenses. But nonetheless, it still says something to speak about, the highest grossing
Yeah.
tours, right? In terms of
Something.
revenue itself. So according to Billboard, On the Run 2 World Tour earned Jay-Z and Beyonce $253.5
Chase.
million.
Jeez.
And apparently it sold 2.17 million tickets.
Didn't
Remember
Cat
I
Williams
was
say,
just about to say-
didn't Cat Williams say he sold like what, 3 million or something?
Cat Williams said he sold like 3, didn't he?
Some shit like
Some shit like
3.5.
that. Even apparently Kevin Hart was lying too, low key.
Was he?
Didn't Kevin Hart say he put up like 2 mil?
They said for like 1 point something, like 1 point.
He's probably said 1.4, didn't he?
Some shit like that, like mid 1 point something.
You're right. I think you're right. But yeah, so they put up 2.17 million tickets.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good portion of the world.
Yeah. Average revenue per show. So they did, I think it was 48 shows, if I'm not mistaken. They made $5.3 million per night.
Damn.
Right? So, yeah, again, the 48-date tour. By comparison, On the Run, the first tour, made 109 million.
Was that
And they
48
sold-
dates as well?
I'm not sure.
I feel like dates should go into, because if I tour for a year and a half and I make 600 million, it should be known versus someone that toured for 3 months and made 300 million.
Well, you know, funny you mentioned that, because
Jeez.
if we look at, so what I did was,
the facts don't matter.
what I did was I took a look at the highest grossing tours just in music, period.
See,
Right. I did look at the forever list, and I also looked at the 2010s because that's where Jay-Z and Beyonce make that list.
mm-hmm.
First of all, if we're talking ever, I'm just doing my Googles real quick. Ever is U2, believe it or not.
Yeah, you too. I believe that was a 360 tour,
you too.
right?
But yes, it was. How did you know that?
Because that was a big. They did like.
Oh,
3
was
nights.
that Vertigo on the Apple? Hello.
The one that got stuck on your
Hold
phone.
on.
Yeah,
Man,
they
please
toured off that
don't
one.
Vertigo.
That's like 2007.
That was a banger.
He's talking about something different.
No. I'm talking about
wasn't that?
It was the one that the Apple put on your phone by the
Yeah,
Force.
the album that everyone had that nobody knew how to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was.
No one saw it coming.
It was that.
They toured off that, and it was like
Shit.
supposed to be like one of their last tours, wasn't it?
Damn, I didn't.
I think
even
it
know
was-
those songs.
Something like that. But I remember it was like a 360 tour because I know bare people on my Snapchat went that.
That is
time.
true. I'm trying to. Yeah, that was. Yeah, it was back.
And they had
in
like
09.
3 notes.
That was back.
It was
That was
in
a 2-year
09?
tour.
Yeah, I know it was a long
That was a
tour.
2-year
But see, that
tour.
should be said versus 6-month tour. Like if you
I get
make,
what you mean.
like, it's not the same amount of time.
But I also don't think it's the amount of months as much as it is the number of shows.
sure, that's
right?
what I meant.
And here's an example, right? So the example I was going to use was actually Rolling Stones. So Rolling Stones is second of all time in terms of tour revenue.
Is that
was
Mick
made.
Jagger?
I think that's John Lennon and them. Is Mick Jagger there?
No, John Lennon is Beatles.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I meant.
It doesn't matter, yo. Facts don't matter.
Shit. Yo, listen,
Facts don't
man.
matter.
I'm a hip hop. I'm a hip hop.
Exactly. Neither am I. Or
listen.
sorry, so am I.
I don't know 60s rock, okay, or whenever they came out. But anyways, the Rolling Stones went on tour in 05. And here's the example I was trying to say. Their attendance was great, 4.6 million, right? So they sold 4.6 million tickets. Jay-Z and Beyonce sold 2.1 by comparison. They made 558 million, whereas again, Jay-Z and Beyonce made 253.
Yep.
But here's the difference. Jay-Z and Beyonce did 48 shows. This Rolling Stones tour was 144 shows. And they only made $3.8 million per show. Whereas Jay-Z and Beyonce made $5.3 million.
That's where it does matter.
Per show.
The per
right?
the per show.
That's the thing. So that's the thing is like I feel like the per show does matter. But it's strange to me that this really isn't being talked about because it's such a monumental motherfucking number.
It's because it's Jay-Z and Beyonce, and everything Jay-Z and Beyonce do, I feel everyone expects them to be top. It's
Yes, and I mean, I would
it's
say
like
yes
hearing
for-
Bill Gates someone says, "Oh, Bill Gates is the richest man in the world again." You'd be like, "Yeah, okay, like we know you as that rich man already."
expected
Like
that.
But here's
exactly,
the
we
thing, but
expect it. It
here-
doesn't surprise me.
Here's my argument against that. Beyonce actually put up more money by herself
Yeah, I know this.
than Jay-Z put up with Beyonce on the Run 2,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I can understand why it isn't being talked about because it's not even like it's Beyonce's record-breaking number. Beyonce did 256 million
On her own.
with her Formation tour,
That's some fucked up
which is
shit.
bananas.
I remember that
So
shit
this
was
one
that shit was
coming
crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Resale.
This one coming in at 253, obviously there's no story to write for Beyonce's sake. But if we're talking about a rapping name being involved in tour revenue numbers, I feel like this story should have maybe taken more like there should have been more light on it.
It's because of
Because-
Beyonce. They're gonna credit. I feel like they're gonna credit all to Beyonce.
But regardless of who they're going to credit, there's a hip hop name associated with a revenue number we've never seen come out of a hip hop name before.
Yeah.
So if we look at hip hop's history, Kanye and Jay-Z, Watch the Throne,
Yeah.
right? They put up 75 million total.
That's not bad actually.
Drake came in and broke that
Ooh,
with
shout out to
Drake
Jay-Z.
and Future. So Drake came
Yeah, I
in
went
with
to that
Future,
show.
the Summer 16 tour. Oh, you were there.
Awesome, 16.
That put up 84 million.
Yes, sir.
So you have these hip hop names that haven't even touched 100M.
That's crazy.
You have Jay-Z's name, whether Beyonce's there or not, whether it's Beyonce's tour or not, whether it's Beyonce featuring Jay-Z or not, however you want to say it, Jay-Z's name is now attached to a $253 million tour.
So now let me put it this way.
Okay.
Celine Dion, this is an example. I don't know if it's real. She goes on tour. She makes 220 in 2013. Now it's 2017. She's going on tour with Trippie Redd, for example.
Okay.
And they make 240. Everyone's they're not going to credit that to Trippie Redd. They're going to be like, wow, Trippie Redd sold 240. Remember, like, Celine Dion made 240. Trippie Redd was just there. And I feel like that's how it is. It's like, yeah, Beyonce is doing Beyonce numbers. Jay-Z's just there.
Now here's why that's why makes no sense.
That's why he's not getting the credit. I think he deserves the credit, but that's why he's not getting the credit.
But here's why your argument makes no sense. And I get what you're trying to say. But here's why your argument makes no sense. If Celine Dion decides to go on tour again and all of a sudden Trippie Redd is now a part of it, it's not like they made a collab album, B, a whole bunch of collab tracks together, and C, are married. I mean, the married part maybe doesn't matter, but a collab album plus collab songs. That's where, like, for me, whether it's mainly Beyonce or not, they have music together, and you can make the argument that it is a 50-50 tour.
Okay.
Or you can say, hey, Jay-Z did 40% of that. Jay-Z did 35% of that. Whereas if it's something like, and obviously we're using a fucking stupid example,
it would be like Trippie Redd just opening, for example.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be like he's on stage.
So we're not even
with
counting
her.
the opening act. We're counting the headline.
Okay.
Right? So
well, yeah, Jay-Z should get more.
I wanted this number. I wanted this number to get a little bit more notoriety.
That's why we're here. People aren't talking about it, and we're going to talk about it.
Hey, it's like we said, man. The stories that aren't really buzzing.
Buzz.
This is something that didn't buzz, and we want to bring it to light. So, yo, salute to them.
Shout out.
Let me fucking do a motherfucking round of applause for Jay-Z and Beyonce real quick. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate some motherfucking good times.
What are some of the highest revenue tour numbers out there?
The highest revenue tour number. So I saw some massive numbers. So I'm going to go to the 2010s, like I said, because this is the list that Jay-Z and Beyonce are on. So they're number 17 on this list for this decade.
With On the Run 2?
On the Run 2.
Damn, what's number 1?
That's far back.
Yeah.
Let's do top 5 or something. Like, the fuck? If there's...
So, again, past decade is going to include any tour that ended at 2010.
Okay, that's fine.
Right? So remember I said some of these motherfuckers are doing 3-year tours.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Right? Cheating the system.
So let me start towards the bottom.
Yes, go.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Not surprised.
250 mil.
Not even surprised at all.
85 shows, 3 million per show.
I know she's doing nothing to her set, so she's pocketing bare of those monies.
Right. The Eagles.
Californication.
What?
Didn't the Eagles overtake motherfucking Thriller for the most
I don't know.
streamed? No, is it not most streamed? Something like that. Go play Thriller, everyone. Just go play Thriller so it's back in first place and we can get
I have a problem. This is a quick side note about Michael Jackson.
Damn.
So Michael Jackson, we still claim him as black even though he did a surgery, right?
Uh-huh.
Now everyone's like, okay, whatever he had, was it vitiligo? I don't know. Is it called vitiligo?
Vitiligo is what it's called.
So everyone's like, okay, fine. You don't want the spots on the skin, whatever. The man's nose changed. Let's not forget that. The man's lips changed. Pause. The man's hair became straight.
Yo.
Like, the man became white.
Yo, you're going in on Michael motherfucking Jackson.
Nah, I still respect his music, and I'm still going to bump it, but...
Did you hear that random fucking DJ scratching I did because I pressed the wrong button again?
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Shit.
Black people, just remember, Mike Jack was considering himself white.
Yeah, I mean...
but
you know what?
We'll claim him because he is amazing.
We'll do that. We'll continue to do
how
that.
we claim Justin Bieber.
I won't say a word. We'll leave it at that.
Enough said.
The Biebs, speaking of, 256 million.
Crazy.
That album was fire.
Hey, low key, it didn't do that well. Low key, this wasn't that good because this was 149 shows.
Oh, that's a lot.
1.8 million per show.
That's not
again,
a lot.
perspective. Jay-Z and Beyonce 5.3 million per show. Right. Let me go up to the list. So again, U2 is number 1.
Yeah.
Because they started the tour in 2009. They finished it in 2011.
2024.
They wilded out. So first of all, they made 736 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How much
7.2 million people attended, so tickets sold.
Yeah.
6.7 per show. $6.7 million per show.
That's crazy.
They wowed the fuck out.
But they had like one of the biggest sets, so they had like that 360 shit.
Let me show you an example of somebody cheating the system. So Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood.
Who?
I mean, they're probably legends. Garth Brooks, I've heard the name before.
Sounds familiar, but I don't know who he is.
So probably a sheep. But Garth Brooks,
Garth.
364 million earned.
How many tour dates?
Great. 4.7 million tickets sold. Great. 3-year tour.
They're just cheating this
That's
system.
red flag number one.
They're making like
This
900,000 a fucking
This went from
episode.
2014 to 2017.
Jesus
right?
Christ.
Long tour.
366 shows.
Wow. These people went to every city in the world.
Damn.
In comparison to fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce at 48 shows.
Enough said, Garth Brooks.
Average gross per show, you were actually very close. 0.96
I
million
knew it. You can't
per
be-
show.
You can't do 300 shows and you make that much money. You can't be making that much.
Average attendance, 14,000 per.
So they're even doing big arenas like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's a lot. That's not.
14 is a lot.
14,000.
How much does ACC hold?
20.
18. Well, for a
20.
concert more.
For a
Because of
For a
floor.
concert, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But
I guess
I
it's
mean,
not bad.
U2 was doing stadiums.
Yeah, U2
was
did- U2 did-
66,000 per.
U2 did
That's
Rogers. U2 did Rogers Center with the dome open.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But yo, Jay-Z and Beyonce, 48,000 per show.
Yo, enough off their dick. Let's get off their
They're
dick.
doing
But yeah,
stadiums, too.
shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah,
man.
we're riding that one. But yo, shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce once again. Let me play my motherfucking round of applause for them. Yeah. Motherfucking TMV bomb. You already know what it is. What else happened in music? XXXTentacion.
Let's talk about
from
some
happy to
X.
sad a little bit. He was in the news.
All right,
of
break it
course.
in.
So I want to start first with, and I'm trying to figure where I want to sort of go with this.
Trust me, when I was thinking about what to say with this, I was thinking like
Yeah.
I gotta word my. I got some. You thread lightly. That's what I gotta say. You don't want to Vic Mensa yourself.
Word. Don't want to Vic Mensa yourself. This jokes. Okay, let's start then with XXXTentacion. He confessed to a number of things: domestic abuse, other violent crimes. This was a newly obtained secret recording that was acquired by Pitchfork. It was a 27-minute tape.
How much do you think Pitchfork paid for this?
And that's my question, essentially, right? Is Pitchfork, how much did you pay? But you know what? They paid and they broke the story.
Hey, there we go. They got
Right,
the views
so-
that day.
They got what they were looking for from it. But nonetheless, they got it from Miami-Dade County State Attorney's Office. So according to that office, the tape itself is considered a confession. So that's why it's available. That's why, Pitchfork got their hands on it. That's why we're able to sort of hear it. Did you listen to it?
No, I can't do that, man.
Yeah, I'm
the
not
man,
doing
the
that.
man's passed away. I
Did you
still
listen to
find
that?
I would not listen.
I still find listening to his music a little like
Yeah,
like,
man. I'm telling you. Even
not
when I was-
cringy. Like
When I was bumping that Lil Wayne,
I actually skip that song sometimes.
Yeah, I usually don't listen.
Don't
to that
cry.
I mean, I don't skip it because that's probably top 3 song on the album.
It is, but I'm not
But
trying to listen to
as
it
a-
sometimes.
His performance was great on it.
Don't cry.
Let's just say his performance was great. But yeah, so Pitchfork acquired the tape. Basically, this tape, 27 minutes long, like I mentioned.
I don't know
He's
what
talking
I'm
about,
this nigga.
or he's talking with some acquaintance, and this is around the time of his
Word on the
October
street,
arrest.
it was what's that guy on Brooklyn? D'Angelo Russell.
Rashid?
Oh,
I thought it was recorded.
That's why. I'm joking. Man.
Yeah.
This guy should leave me too.
Yo, I actually fell for that. How the fuck did I just fall for that?
Because he recorded fucking Swaggy P.
And I remember that. Damn. Whoa, I'm tripping now. Anyways, where was I? What was I talking about?
How they obtained it.
Oh yeah.
something-
So this happened around the
confession.
time of his arrest back in 2016. So he was discussing his ex-girlfriend at the time. He believed that ex-girlfriend had cheated on him. And basically, he can be heard on the tape saying, and I quote, "I put my source of happiness in another person," which was a mistake initially, right? But she fell through on every occasion until now. Until I started fucking her up, bruh. I started fucking her up because she made one mistake. And from there, the whole cycle went down. Now she's scared. That girl's scared for life, which I understand. End quote. He didn't really go into detail as to exactly what he did, but obviously he said enough in that quote alone, right? He also referred to a stabbing incident This happened in Florida, of course.
Where else?
So he said that I'm on New Times, and I'm quoting this. I'm on New Times, which must be maybe a radio station, not radio station, sorry, news station,
News station or newspaper or
in Miami, something, for stabbing. How many people did they put in the news? They said 3. It was 8. What else did he say? I think that's kind of it. I mean, that's all we really need to get from it, right? Like, I don't need to get much more from it.
I did hear the one part that he said where he said I put my source of happiness into another person.
Oh, you actually?
I heard that part. I think whatever.
Like audibly, you heard it?
Yeah, like was on Instagram or something.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I don't want to know the rest of this.
Exactly. And I guess again, want to present the information, having a hard time kind of determining where exactly I go with this. But I guess what I wanted to ask, because what I was seeing on Twitter while this story was happening was kind of like, in a nutshell, people saying like, this is the guy you guys are praising. Now that he's admitted to it, this is the guy you're praising.
People change, man. We talk about
Hasn't he had a history of like domestic abuse?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same. Well, we don't know who he's talking about in this case, but we only know that one girlfriend.
He's had a history, yeah.
With other girls too?
I mean, again, yeah, you're right. Actually, we don't know if there's other.
We only know the one, his girlfriend at the time.
But okay, but forget all that for a second. I guess what the question I'm trying to ask is, with the fact that the timeline has said, this is your God in that sense. The question I want to ask is it okay to still idolize somebody and see them as a legend in your eyes, even if they have stains on them?
Yes.
So he had the allegations. That enough was a stain. Mm-hmm. Now we have a confession, if we want to call it that, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Can you still idolize them? Can you still see them as a legend in your eyes?
Yeah, he was 16, whatever, 17, 18, whenever this shit happened. It was like people change.
But this recording is from 2016.
Well, yeah, before he blew up, or right before
2016. That's like a year and a half ago.
That's 2 years ago, October.
And 2
That's
years
2 years ago.
Right.
He blew up like late 2016.
Okay, but he wasn't.
No, he was wild.
How old was he when he passed?
I don't know.
19, 21?
Whatever. But his interview before he went to jail, right before when he was a wild kid. He was talking about how he used to like punch people, fight, how he curb stomped his jail roommate.
Jeez.
But by the time he died, he really did make a
he was absolutely making a 180.
And I believe him on that. So honestly, to hold him against what he did in 2016 when he can't even defend himself now, like whatever. If you want to idolize the guy, go ahead. You see the good parts in him. Mm-hmm. And if you want to see the bad parts in him, the negatives, you would see this. It's all up to the person, I guess.
I'm with that. In my eyes.
I just don't think he's done enough to be an idol.
You don't think he's done enough to be an idol?
No.
And I can
not
respect
personally.
That.
Maybe to other people, but definitely not to me.
See, and I think we agree with that because we don't listen to his music.
That's exactly why I said.
Right, and I was just about to say, and the point that I was going to make was that I think it's completely okay to idolize someone, even if they have stains on them, because you're idolizing them for a specific reason.
Exactly. I said the parts you want to see, the parts.
Right? Like you're not idolizing XXX because he was a humanitarian.
You know what I'm saying? Because damn, he hit his girlfriend, so I love him.
Exactly. You're know him because his music did something for you. Mm-hmm. His music got you through a rough time. Yeah. His music, again, we say, it smells and it's music that triggers memories. Right? Yep. So maybe you were in your deepest, darkest moment. You were ready to call it quits in life. And it's that one XXX song that made you kind of take that extra day. And now you're good 2 years later.
You're not going to start hating him all of a sudden because of this.
I can understand that. I'm not mad at that. This story is wild. I don't think Pitchfork... Was it Pitchfork? Yeah, I don't think they needed to... I don't think they needed to release this. I understand why they did. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
Well, anyway, I don't know. Speaking of X, and I don't know who this guy is, and I even tried googling it, and the only thing that came out was Academics video clip. Was some guy on a radio station, I don't know where, and he says X has about 9 more unreleased songs with features from Rihanna and The Weeknd.
And then didn't Tory talk on it too?
I think he said he had a song, but it didn't clear.
Something like that.
Some shit like that. That's why he didn't put on his album.
Okay. Do you want a bunch of post-mortem music from?
That's what I'm saying now. I gotta apologize to everyone. Just don't take my question offensively. Are they milking his death for profits?
Yes.
And I'm not even talking about his family
estate.
and his estate.
No, his estate is absolutely.
Even these features, like
Yes.
Lil Wayne put him on a feature. I Love McConaughey all of a sudden came out with a song with him.
Yes.
Oh no, that was Lil Peep. Sorry,
Lil Peep,
someone came out with a song with
Lil
X.
Wayne,
Did Tyga? Not Tyga. Someone else came with a song.
Tory Lanez.
All these people, Nicki Minaj, not Nicki. Someone else came with a song with him, but like, are they just milking his death for profit?
I think
When are we gonna let this nigga like rest in peace?
I don't think you can put it on the artist. I think it's the estate. I mean, yeah, you can partially put it on the artist too. What am I saying? I really think it's the estate. I think the estate is milking. It's milking as much as they can make. Every estate does this. We know that. Who's still releasing like there's still Tupac tapes to this day where we're talking about
Michael Jackson with Drake.
Like this happens all the time with the estates.
So
you know what I'm saying? So I don't see this as anything different. And I think absolutely the artists are also playing their part to show greed and to milk as well.
Because I'm looking at these, I'm like, I would have never seen a feature with like a song with XXX and Weeknd, for example. I would have never seen that.
Yeah.
And now he's dead.
And that's the thing.
Song,
it's
and he's working on the song after he died, which means he knows full and well. Like, I would let Lil Wayne one slide. Maybe the guy was still alive when they worked on it.
So do you know if these are essentially just verses that other artists will be working with, or is this like actual songs?
According to the clip, they sent a song to the Weeknd, and Weeknd's still working on it.
Okay,
so then it was meant for like a song of his.
It was
probably.
I don't think it was meant for the Weeknd. I think it was just a verse that XXX did
and never got released or something.
And they're sending it to Weeknd now
to work around.
Yeah, they're sending it to Weeknd. Throw a verse on there, and then they're gonna get somebody to mix and master it, and boom, there's a new track.
Are you checking for this?
No.
Okay, me neither.
I mean, personally, I didn't really check for his music.
Neither did I.
So why am I gonna act like I'm gonna start now?
Because he's dead.
You know, no. Like even and rest in peace first and foremost.
Oh,
but yeah. Even Mac Miller, I bumped a swimming pool, or is it called swimming? What's it called?
Swimming.
Yeah, I bumped swimming. A couple of tracks.
I could not get into that.
And I was like, yeah, listen, man, I can see why people like it.
Yeah, I can see why people liked him.
I can get into it. I can absolutely get into it. But he was never an artist that I reached for. So you know what? I can give it a listen. I can enjoy it.
But you're not checking.
Exactly, I'm not checking for it. Right.
Like if it falls across your timeline, you might listen to it, but it's not like I'm going on Spotify, let me listen to Mac Miller.
And not to mention as well, like the artist that he's like I said, "Don't Cry" is a great song.
Don't cry. It really is.
Like like X's vocals on "Don't Cry" is scary. How good it is. I don't care about the other artists.
You
know what I'm saying? I don't care to hear "I Love Mackinnon" featuring X.
I love Mackinnon. Yo, you kill me, bro. I love Mackinnon.
What the fuck's his name?
I love McConan.
I love McConan. Whatever his name is. I don't care to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's gonna change now? You know what I'm saying?
The money. It's all for the money, man.
It's all for the money. Okay. I don't even know if I should shout out the estate for that, but you know what, man? You guys
get your money. What we said, we don't knock the hustle. We just won't. You know, we ain't writing for you.
Listen, man.
Get your money. How you gonna get your money?
It's time to move on.
Oh, for real. Let's go to more good news.
Move on. Let me just find one more thing to play. Jump a motherfucking TMV bomb. Let's change directions real quick. What else is happening?
That is still alive.
What else is happening in the world?
6ix9ine.
Tekashi.
Treyway.
King of New York.
King of New York. Splicky with the blicky.
Is he still claiming that title?
Apparently, he's the king of New York.
Yes.
Says who?
Who did I hear?
Self-proclaimed.
No, self-proclaimed, of course. Like, okay, hold on. That's a good point you brought up. I want to go on a little sidebar, and I feel like 10 of our topics are going to be removed now.
That's cool.
Self-proclaimed King of New York.
See?
I want to talk about 2 other self-proclamations that came into fruition. Lil Wayne's best rapper alive. He talked his way into it.
He really did, honestly. I agree with you.
When you think about it.
Yep. He kept on saying best rapper alive.
No one had him on that. No, when he was Hot Boys and early Cash Money days, he was good. He was very good. But nobody was throwing fucking best rapper alive out there.
You know who said he's the king of New York?
Who?
Jim Jones. Jim Jones said
I can respect it.
King of New York.
But let me finish my thing before I forget. Another self-proclamation that came into fruition.
Drake had a kid.
T.I. King of the South.
That's true. He did call himself the King of the South.
Let's talk about self-proclamations real quick. Like,
yo, TNV, the King of Toronto. Let's go.
Yo, we're doing it. We are
Kings.
the Kings
of Toronto.
Of Toronto.
Enough said.
That's it.
No cap.
No cap.
Oh, no hats, no caps, no toques.
No cap.
No hoodies.
But like, how much do we value? How much do we value the self-proclamation? I can't even say that. How much do we value the self-proclamation? Is it they're walling out whenever they make that claim, or is there some merit to it?
There's some merit to it. You know, there's always that thing, and I hate to relate this back to basketball because I'm trying not to relate everything to basketball.
Why not?
But, you know, like when you play a sport, you can never consider yourself not the best unless you never, like, be the best. Does that make sense?
You always call yourself the
Like,
best.
you can never, like, imagine you had a son who's about to go into NBA. You're going to tell someone, you'll never be better than Stephen Curry.
So you want me to be like LeBron?
Let me tell you
Yeah,
this.
but like not like on TV, but you gotta go to your son and be like, yo, you
Not
are
on
going to be
TV,
better.
but to your son. Yeah, that's joke.
You gotta be like, yo, you're gonna be
better
better
than
than
Steph.
LeBron. You
Better
are going
than
to be
Steph.
better than
He
Steph.
makes a good point. Like when you ask any player who's the best player in the league, you're always gonna say
Bron.
You should
yourself.
say yourself.
You should
though.
say yourself. If you
KD.
say you're the second best player in the league,
You're
get out of the
not.
league.
You're not
Ask
aspiring for
KD
the
who he
highest.
plays
score.
with on 2K.
He's gonna say himself.
He says
If
Bron.
he asks who he thinks is the best
He says
player,
Bron.
Yeah, but I don't. But like,
that's
you don't
'cause
advance
he's-
yourself.
the media wants to
Like, I don't
hear
play
it.
like myself. I see myself play every day. Like, I'm not
I'll
trying to
fuck
play
with
like
you guys.
myself again.
But he says Bron.
Does he really?
He did.
Does LeBron?
That's a humble answer.
LeBron probably plays with LeBron.
no, that's a humble answer.
No, KD, he says, he was talking to CJ McCollum on McCollum's pod. This is a few months ago, actually. A few weeks ago, if
this
anything.
was right after when they had
And
that.
he's like, man, you're going to make me say it, man? Like, I don't want to admit it. He's like, yeah, it's Bron. That's it. It's Bron. So self-proclamations.
I credit it.
We're self-proclaiming ourselves as the King of Toronto. Kings of Toronto.
If you have a problem, add us.
If you have a problem, I could call it. Check out the moves in a DJ Revolve It. Ice, ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Ice, baby. Anyways, back to 6ix9ine real quick.
6ix9ine.
Hold on. You said Jim Jones made the claim. I'm not mad at that.
Okay, Jim Jones did that. Don Q did that. Like pretty much any rapper from New York City was like, no, Tekashi's not the sick. I'm the king.
Oh,
of
Jim
New York."
Jones.
Jim Jones
King of New
says
York.
he is the king of New York. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my bad.
I'm not mad at that because Jim Jones has been around for a bit, and but at the
I still won't give it to him. Like if anything, Jay-Z is more relevant and been relevant longer.
I mean, does a king ever lose his title, or is it just who's the hottest right now?
It can't be who's the hottest right now. Not because you're just the hottest right now. You're not the king. I feel like the king needs to be able to sit on his throne.
And we
or his
spoke
throne
about this.
for a minute.
And we spoke about this.
Can't
The
be
king
bounced.
needs to be somebody that's solidified.
Jay-Z.
Oh, obviously, you got to argue against me against Jay-Z.
I'm
Obviously, I
I'm
agree with
supporting you on
No, no.
that one.
But I'm saying, like, if we look at king of the West right now, it's got to be Kendrick and Nipsey when you think about
Who's
it,
bouncing?
right?
Kendrick.
So-
Yeah, remember for someone to lose the throne, they have to like lose it.
but I don't know if the throne is ever really lost. I think it's just a matter of somebody else gets the new throne, if you want to call it that.
Oh, okay, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's a new throne.
Right? So like when King of New York, I mean, first of all, it was never really unanimous, but King of New York at one point was definitely Jay-Z.
Yeah,
King of New York at one point was definitely 50 Cent.
yeah.
When did Jay-Z lose it and 50 Cent gain it? Maybe that's never happened. Maybe it was never one artist losing it. Maybe it was just the other artist getting sort of a new version of the crown.
Here's what Jim Jones said. I claimed the king at the time. 50 claimed the king. Jay claimed the king. Nas claimed the king. Puffy claimed the
Nas,
king.
Puff.
So there's a lot of kings to come out of New York.
That's my point. And that's my point.
Man, a king is one king, one throne, nigga. Just one
But
king.
how?
To get to be the
So
king,
then
you gotta
who-
slay the king.
Who was the king of New York in 04?
I don't know. I wasn't.
If it was me,
That's
I'd say
like that's
50.
Black Album era. That's Nas. I mean, that few years after.
So who was the
Stillmatic.
king before, quote unquote? When did Jay-Z become the king of New York?
I would argue around Volume 1. So you're probably talking 97, 98.
And he never lost it.
I would say
He
from
lost it?
I would say from Volume 1 to at least Black Album, he had it. So you're talking 97, 98 up to 04.
No. The way
At
I see
least.
it, the way I would see
But
the
then you can
king-
say 50 Cent's fucking Get Rich or Die Trying. When did that come out? 03?
That was like 02, 03. Yeah.
The way I
You
see
know what I'm
the king is, for example, if these two guys are in their own city performing at the same day, same time, who will sell more? That is my king.
I feel like that's completely different because now you're adding a new variable.
But that's the king though. Like how you the king if you can't sell?
No, but now you're adding a variable of sales. So
like,
now we're talking
not sales.
Now we're talking stadium artists versus festival artists versus mid-tier artists versus
well, you can't be a
underground
mid-tier
artist
and tell me you're the king.
Mid-tier artists. Okay.
You can't be a mid-tier artist.
6ix9ine is a festival artist.
Yes.
He's not going to sell out the Scotiabank Arena on his own.
I never thought he was a king of New York, though.
But he will put up numbers at Budweiser.
See, I'm not saying number. I'm just trying to say like.
But I'm saying you introduce that variable to it.
See, I'm not trying. I'm trying to introduce people coming to see you, like your interest, the interest people have in you. For example, you can't say king of Toronto's Tory Lanez, because no matter what, Drake will always. People will want to see Drake before they see Tory Lanez. They're both having a free concert. Fuck money, fuck sales. Just who are you more? You're in New York. All the New York rappers are performing.
I think
who are
that
you going
question,
to see? You know you're actually going to see Jay-Z.
That Toronto
he's
example.
The king. You want to see the best of the best.
That Toronto
you don't want to
example
see no mediocre
is
shit. You want to see the lieutenant. You want to see
a little
the
bit
sergeant.
easier to have because both artists are still priming in that sense. They're still making music in that sense. If we're having, and we're not even trying to have an argument about Jay-Z versus 6ix9ine, but we're just trying to
not even
disband the whole king discussion. Jay-Z, now mind you, he's had his, fourth breath run at this point, like third. Well, how many runs have Jay-Z had?
High like 5 times.
Jay-Z, this is probably his third wind.
Mm-hmm.
Third wind, yeah, because he came back from retirement, Encore, Black Album, Blueprint 3,
Watch the Throne.
And then he kind of took a break again, and then 444.
And
what's it called?
Everything is Love.
Everything is Love. I was going to say Everybody Loves. What the fuck?
I was going to say Love Everything.
But anyway, so, he's on his third breath. But the point I'm trying to make is when they're actively making music, it's a little bit easier to have the discussion. We can't say it's Tory because Drake is still obviously making music. But let's say, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say 10 years from now, there's another artist that's at the current level that Tory Lanez is currently at.
Yes.
So think about, where Tory Lanez ranks up in whatever ranking you want to put. Drake is now 42 years old. Not actively making music anymore.
Drake will be 42.
Crazy. In 10 years. It's fucked up. I know. Drake is now no longer actively making music. Although he might, because hip hop game is becoming a lot like the rock and roll game, where where your career never ends.
You don't retire at 34.
But now Drake is no longer actively making music. He's no longer actively in the limelight the way he is now. That artist that is at the current level that Tory Lanez is at
is the hottest.
Is 23 years old, and he's now calling himself the king of Toronto. Is it still Drake at 42 years old, even though Drake isn't active and Drake isn't in the limelight anymore? Or is it that?
Lose your title.
Is it that? But that's my point.
Because of relevancy.
We're literally saying the same thing.
But it's all. But you get what I'm saying? I feel like you're basing it on relevancy.
But that's we're literally making.
Oh, so you're just saying it's like a different title.
Same point.
It's a different era.
Different words.
Okay.
I'm saying Jay-Z can't lose the crown. Tekashi is getting a new crown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the 2000 and something crown, like
the 2015 and up crown.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The right now crown.
The right now crown. That's a good way to put it. The right now crown is Tekashi.
I thought you meant like he's
Nas never lost his crown.
I thought you meant like you're dethroning Jay-Z.
Jay-Z never lost his crown. 50 never lost his crown. Okay. If you're talking Miami, let's talk Florida for a second. It's Ross. Ross has never lost that crown. But if we look at, who's the king right now of Florida?
XXXTentacion.
There's mad music coming out of Florida right now. But you can name whatever artist you want. Hey, shout out to Sylvian LaCour.
That's what I'm saying.
You can name whatever artist you want that's sort of the biggest in Florida right now. But the fact remains is that Ross never lost it. Okay. So whoever the king of Florida is now is simply a result of them achieving a new crown. Snoop never lost his crown. Dr. Dre and them never lost his crown.
Agreed with you.
But Kendrick holds the crown right now.
Okay.
And whenever that West Coast artist that kind of gets the new crown, it wouldn't mean Kendrick lost his crown. It would just mean they got a new crown.
Makes sense.
IMO. right?
I agree with you there. We were arguing about the same thing, but the same thing, but different things.
We're literally like, I know we picked like a different part of the, but like we were
The
saying
same
the
arguments, yeah. Like the same sentence, you picked the beginning, I picked the end, and we're arguing about that.
Give ourselves a round of applause for fucking conflict resolution.
Okay, yeah.
Gotta learn, ladies. Gotta learn. I'm fucking with you.
This guy said ladies. Yo, his name is Matt Harris.
We're still talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine.
So of course, I mean, at this point, we know that he had his court hearing.
Yes, sir.
I'll get to that very shortly. But of course, there was a Manhattan DA who says that he was failing to be a law-abiding citizen. This DA had said Tekashi 6ix9ine should get. Now, this was all beforehand, before the actual trial, or before the verdict, I should say. He said that Tekashi should get 3 years. He said that Tekashi should register as a sex offender. He says that, he's been arrested multiple times for crimes that he committed this year. He chose to be a member of the Treyway. He has exasperated his own violent conduct by using his public platform and his significant following to promote and provoke incidents of gun violence. He's just talking mad brazy against 6ix9ine, pretty much.
Was he white?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. I don't even know if he is actually, but he has to be. I feel like they were using 6ix9ine as an example.
Obviously.
Wasn't really too much of a fan of that.
It's like how they wanted to use Meek as an example.
I get, yes, yeah.
It's exactly like that.
I get what crimes Tekashi 6ix9ine faces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not defending the crimes to get any capacity.
No one is.
And what I have to say doesn't have anything to do with the crimes. But what I am saying is I feel like the system is making an example of him. And I'm not really feeling that. Not really feeling that. Because at the end of the day, what it's showcasing is it's showcasing the system's ability to use you at any point.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
So that's what bothers me. Is like, okay, the system can decide to fuck you up if they want to fuck you up.
Oh, that's been known. Come on, as black men, we know this.
Oh, we know this. We know this. And it gets frustrating as we see it daily, although Tekashi 6ix9ine is Hispanic. But anyways, I know what you mean. I know you mean. Yeah. Now, of course, there being an update to that because the actual verdict, the trial happened. What is that? Is that ESPN?
Yeah. But I thought it was like breaking news. That is
the breaking news.
6 o'clock on ESPN.
ESPN sound. But yeah, no, Tekashi, he did not get sentenced to 3 years. So he definitely did his thing. Hey, we got more people in the motherfucking building. Welcome. Far too kind. Like I said,
encore. Do you want more? Cooking
Tekashi,
with the Brooklyn Roar.
4 years probation. I don't know. Did he have to register as a sex offender?
He didn't have to.
He didn't have to?
No, he did not.
I thought he did.
He has to do his 3 years of probation. So he only has 3 years left because he spent 1 year on probation.
Okay.
And he has to perform 1,000 hours of community service.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he has to perform like mad concerts. He has to perform 1,000 concerts.
Perform at my son's birthday.
Or some shit.
And he has to refrain from associating with any gang members and avoid all gang activity, including yelling out, Treyway! No more Treyways in songs.
So he can't
These niggas ain't heard of me. I ain't heard of you. Get the fuck up on my fucking face before I murder you.
Can't say Treyway no more?
Can't say Treyway.
What if anyone else could say it?
I think he can't say it in his songs at all. His songs cannot allude to Treyway.
Like, did they specifically say that? Because you said the gang affiliation, gang.
Yeah, they said no Treyway in his music video. Because it's a gang. You're promoting a gang. It's like everyone's saying blood gang for every song. Like, come on. Like,
do you think he still does it?
He's not going to do it, man. Man's trying to get off probation. He's trying to get off clean here.
So what happens now? Like, if you can't, because that's part of his whole appeal.
Well, don't say Treyway. You can't be part of a gang and that's part of your appeal.
But that is part of his appeal.
Yeah, well then cut that shit out.
Well, good thing he's worked on his rebrand, right?
Oh, well, he is.
Because
hopefully.
You know what? He has that entertainment lane that's completely untapped for him right now. So
is this probation good news for him?
I think it is because he has so much more money to make outside of music.
Definitely.
So I think that, if this probation has to sort of force him to kind of not have that affiliation anymore, kind of start bowing out of music in that sense, I think that would be a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
Because like I said, I think there's more money to make for him outside of music. I think entertainment world is where the most money will be made, and music is just whatever for him. He'll make his festival money.
Yeah.
But he'll make more off of fucking
What's he gonna do?
100 million streams on YouTube.
Yeah, okay, that he'll do.
You know,
I agree with you on that.
he can have an original page that just does skits and shit. 100 million a pop.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying?
So before we even get too far, because the nigga barely left the courtroom before he was on the news again.
Yup.
They said we're framing the gang activities, shooting at post-sentencing celebration.
That's crazy.
Gunfire erupted. Now this is according
I
to
didn't actually read
TMZ.
about this at all. I heard about it, but I didn't read about it. So this is all you.
Oh, I read about it. According to TMZ, this came out on the 10th. Oh no, on the 26th of October.
This guy said a 10th.
I don't know because the 10 became the 10 was
10th
before
month?
Yes,
You're
of the
bugging.
year.
All right.
Gunfire erupted during Tekashi's 6ix9ine celebration after his court hearing, and one of his bodyguards was hit. Here's what we're told, we being TMZ.
Here's what we're told.
Tekashi was meeting a 10K Projects record executive at a party. A bodyguard from the executive turned away 6ix9ine's entourage, saying the only person allowed was Tekashi himself. Tekashi's security said, "Hell no," and then an argument erupted. During the argument, a third party walked up and fired 4 shots. Bang, 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 bang.
Bruh.
Hitting Tekashi's bodyguard in the stomach. The bodyguard was taken to the hospital.
That's fucked up.
The good thing is, everyone said Tekashi was far away from this scuffle. And
Nothing
was
to
just
do with
his
it.
party.
Okay.
So
So he doesn't fuck up himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Yes, sir.
That is important.
Do you think like he needs to dissociate himself from these people?
But he was
Like-
told to be away from these people.
He
That's
needs,
the thing.
but like
He's already being told that.
you're like if you know you are the person that's going to be bringing in the gang. Like I don't know how to explain this. Your friends should not be putting themselves in this situation, knowing what you are going through, especially when you're their paycheck.
But I mean, something like this, he had no control over.
Yeah, but like like damn, we're part of technically his party. Like we associate with Tekashi, so we should probably not be busting out our guns.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just
I don't
feel
know.
like
Let's see what happens with
as
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
yeah, like if my boy was a rapper and they said avoid from gun
My boy,
violence,
my boy.
I'm not bringing out a gun even if he's not with me because I'm associated with him.
Listen, man. It is what it is.
People ain't smart.
You got to protect yourself.
Gotta learn from Bobby Schmurder, niggas.
Got to protect yourself first.
But shout out to 6ix9ine.
We definitely passed our 6ix9ine quota for the month.
Treyway.
So
That's
that we're
Treyway.
gonna leave it at that.
Treyway's paying us enough.
Let's get into some new music, man. Interesting week for music because
Some stuff.
I
dropped.
feel like it was kind of slow, but I also feel like there was a couple things that dropped.
it was heavy.
Couple things that dropped.
was
So
heavy and
let's start,
slow.
of course, on the Canadian side of things. Let's give a motherfucking round of
Canada.
applause for the guy, Tory Lanez.
Trevor put me on to Tory Lanez.
Yep.
I got on the Tory train late.
2011.
It was the niggas in Paris remix when this nigga still lived in Brampton.
You know-
Tory Lanez still lived in Brampton.
Swavy.
You know when I got on the
Sweet,
Tory train?
yes.
Probably like 3 months ago.
Damn, you are hella late. For someone that's from Toronto, you are hella late.
I hated on Lanes. I hated on Tory Lanez so hard, bro.
He used to rap a lot.
He used to
more
rap.
back in the day.
Like
I
now he
used
does
to
that
hate on
auto
him
tune thing.
so hard.
His
man.
old mixtape, Mr. Peterson 2,
TL2TO.
Chinks, or was it Chinks or something like that? Yeah, the one called
Six
Chinks.
tape.
Yeah, Chicks Tape. He used to like rap.
I mean,
I listened to
rap.
all of those.
y'all definitely know more than me.
Yeah, but
But he came up with a new project. It's called Love Me Now.
Heard it.
Did you guys hear it?
yes, I actually liked it better than his album.
Let's unpack it.
I liked it better than his album.
I thought this was an album.
It was good.
Okay, well,
Keep
better
in
than I
touch.
don't know what it was. Better than whatever he came with last time.
Oh, the other what's that shit called again?
fucking
Let me do my Googles.
You
All
mean
right,
those
talk
two-
about it while I Googles.
You mean like the new Toronto and the other one?
Trevor, you liked it? No, this is last album. Trevor, did you like
Memories
this?
Don't Die.
Memories don't die.
Memories Don't Die was hard.
It was, but I like this better. And yeah, that song with Trippie Redd, that song is fire.
That song is fire.
That Trippie Redd song is fire. Trippie Redd killed the hook.
That song, yo, let's talk about Trippie real quick.
Yo, Trippie's nice.
I don't mind
Pause.
this Trippie.
You
I
know
know
I didn't
that-
like
I know,
it.
I know, no, no, I
Like,
know,
I
no.
only want rapping Trippie. I only want rapping Trippie.
I guess I just want feature Trippie then.
That's like how I feel with Yachty. I don't want to listen to Yachty for 19 tracks. I just want
I
a verse from
finally
him.
understand your Yachty.
And that's how I
discussion.
have. That's how I have. That's how I see Trippie Redd. I don't want to listen to a whole album by Trippie Redd.
Yeah, I only
More
want,
than 4 songs. I'm like, your voice is annoying, my
I
G.
only want fucking feature Trippie.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned that. Okay, so I want to start with that first song, title track. I mean, kind of the title track. It's called "Why Don't You Love Me." banger.
Mm-hmm.
So he's already spazzing out. He's
Yep.
already walling out.
Yeah.
I really like the song because he didn't use too much auto-tune on
For
that song.
once.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's
I
auto-tune
thought
heavy.
that's how the entire album was going to sound.
You clearly don't know Tory Lanez.
Yeah, I don't. But I thought, okay, track 1 plays. He's doing his thing. He's doing his,
Sounds
hip-hop
good.
hip-hop thing. You know what I'm saying?
Pop, a hippity pop, a hip
But
pop.
there
don't
ain't
stop.
that much fucking auto-tune. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's trying something.
And then
I
you
like
heard track
this.
number 2.
And then I heard the rest. And I'm like, okay. But track 2, he's still walling out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I like the
track-
features on this. He had some
I
good
did
like the
features.
features.
His features
Yes.
really complemented his style.
I didn't like the Chris Brown feature.
It came out of left field.
I'm not liking Chris Brown features right now.
I like the one he did.
Something
on
about,
on MihTy.
and
or
we'll
is
get
it
to MihTy later.
Is it
for
MihTy
sure.
or a MihTy?
I don't even know. It has to be
MihTy.
It's
MihTy.
MihTy.
It's MihTy.
It's gotta
MihTy
be
just
MihTy.
rolls off the
Jeremih.
tongue better. It
Yeah,
has to be
It
MihTy.
has to be
MihTy.
But hold on,
Jeremih,
it ain't
My
Jeremih.
anti dollar.
It ain't MihTy's
it's
time
MihTy.
yet. You feel me?
But
it's
yeah, I like
fucking
Chris
Tory
Brown's.
Lanez's time. I feel like Chris Brown is missing on these features.
I don't know. He did.
Or
He just fell out of
maybe
left field in Tory's.
the other vocals are sounding better than Chris Brown right now.
Because Chris Brown's a vocal. These guys are auto-tune vocalists.
Mm.
Auto-tune always makes them better.
What about Usher on that A shit? That
Well, Usher can still sing a little, so you can hear that a little bit.
I get what you
Someone
mean.
like Tory Lanez does not sing, and
What
he doesn't
about
have the
that,
voice for singing.
You feeling that Meek track? You feeling Meek on the
Oh.
B side Drake?
That was good stuff. me came in with the singing. I was like, yo, okay. So we're gonna get from Meek singing now.
Yo, there's something about singles fitting into an album that I'm really feeling lately.
Like which song?
That Talk to Me track.
Talk to me, babe.
Where
That
Rich
was
the
a
Kid?
single.
Yes, I was
Keep
gonna
in Touch
say
was a
that.
single.
The way it just came up on the album, I was like, yo, bro, you
It
kidding?
happened to with me
Yeah.
with the when I get to MihTy, when the MihTy one, when the song, I was like, oh damn.
Oh yeah, definitely. What else is on my list? One, I wrote the
I
track.
took the
I wrote the track
412
number, but not the name.
Yorkdale.
Let's keep in
412.
touch.
Oh, you heard that Yorkdale line? I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
That was from his single
Yeah.
yeah,
from with Jeremih.
With Bryson Tiller.
the
Yes.
A Boogie track.
The Boogie track was fire. The Nav track was fire too.
That's-
The Gunna track was fire.
So you're saying the whole tape?
Every feature pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, listen, man.
Just give it a listen through. It's only 48 minutes, 15 tracks.
I liked it a lot. I liked
Trippie
it a lot.
Red, Boogie, the Lil Baby track. I really like Lil Baby and Chris Brown.
I mean, like any Tory track, or I mean, like any Tory project, or like really any project in sort of today's, hybrid genre of hip hop and R&B. Eventually, it's gonna
Hip-hop.
start feeling like one long song, and
That's-
that's something that every artist is gonna face. But I feel like I got a lot from this album. You know what I mean? I feel like I got different features, so I feel like I got.
yeah, there we go. I got different people like I don't.
I
always
got
listen
my
to Chris
vocal
Brown.
features. I got my
Chris
trippies.
Brown.
I got my Chris
Nav, I
Browns.
got my Gunna,
I got my
ATLs.
straight rap. I got
Mhm.
my 2 Chainz. I
2
got
Chainz was on
I
exactly.
got the somewhat rap with Meek. I got the somewhat
You got
rap
Lil
with
Baby.
Nav. I got Lil Baby, Gunna. You know what I'm saying? So I got
A Boogie. You
my
got your.
club tracks. I got Tiller on there. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely has a replay value
It
because of
definitely
how
has
much you
replay
get
value.
from it.
That Ferris wheel track was hard.
That's a trippy one.
That Ferris wheel track.
I played that
featuring
track
Trippie
at
Redd,
least
that
10
shit was
times.
hard.
And it's so short. It's like 2 minutes.
I'm trying to think which songs I feel like were top 3 just off top of the head.
Well,
Definitely the first song, Why Don't You Love Me?
the Ferris wheel.
I'm definitely putting Ferris wheel on
And
there.
the third one is an ever-changing position.
I feel like was it You Thought Wrong? Hold up.
You thought wrong.
I feel like it could have been You Thought Wrong. I don't know.
Either
There's some tracks on there, man. There's some tracks on
I'll
there
take
for
it
sure.
in. I'll take it in.
We obviously can't talk about Tory Lanez Love Me Now without talking about MihTy.
MihTy.
I feel like it fits into the same discussion. So of course we're talking about Jeremih and Dolla Sign.
Fire.
MihTy,
fucking
MihTy, for those that are trying to type on their phone right now. I just want to talk about that real quick. Hold on, quick little sidebar. When you're fucking getting a music recommendation
Mhm.
and a motherfucker doesn't spell their shit
Do it.
and they know it's not normal spelling
And they don't tell you.
and they don't tell you, it's like, yo, I bumped that new MihTy, and you're here searching MYTY or MYTIE, and you're like, yo, bro, I can't find this thing for the life of me.
MihTy, fam.
Yo, it's MihTy, MIHTY.
T-Y. Like
As in-
Jeremih.
exactly.
The last 3 letters. Ty
Jeremih,
dollar sign.
Ty Dolla
The
sign.
first two tie.
So let's talk about this. So
That shit was fire straight up.
that shit was stupid fire.
was
I'm
good.
like, I can't wait to play it again.
That shit was fire.
I did not expect it.
Opening track, Joe Budden podcast sort of leaked, not
Shout out
leaked,
to Joe
but
Budden podcast.
they played this track Do you remember when it was?
No.
A few weeks. I mean,
I
obviously a
just
few weeks.
listen.
Maybe even over a month ago at this point. They played that track. It's called The Light. Was that a single?
Which one?
The Light, the first track.
Let me listen to it again.
I don't think so.
You're just playing it. Play to the mic. Fuck it.
I'm trying to get mine. It's on mute. It was.
Was it?
You sure?
It was. I feel like it came out last. Like it was probably a few
It was
weeks
like
ago.
doom 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 doom. Yo, my beats are sick. But anyways, anyways, I don't know if it was a single or not.
I'll check quickly. Well,
Definitely do some Googles while I go on here. So for me, I mean, that first track, of course, I had already listened to it. I knew it was definitely a banger.
The cover art is fucking fire too.
The cover art is stupid fire.
With the
I
halo.
feel like, so we speak about collab albums, right?
always
We spoke about collab albums in terms of providing synergy. We spoke about, what was the latest example? Juice WRLD and Future.
Yeah, that shit
was
flopped.
minus synergy. So
That shit flopped.
That shit wasn't
Flopped
it.
worse than fucking Maggot Carp using Splash.
That was a good one. I'll give you that.
Hey. I'll hear these references.
That was a good one. And the older audience didn't understand it. But
Well,
it's okay.
No, that shit too old
Well,
for
the
you.
younger audience
She's
didn't
too young
understand
for
it,
you.
actually. Fuck it. What am I saying?
So it came out June 8th, that song, The Lights.
I knew I heard it, bro. I knew it was a single in
It was
terms
a
of me
single.
hearing
It
it.
just didn't blow off.
They didn't care to.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is their voices go very well together.
Remember, Ty Dolla $ign goes on every hook. I
don't know
told
if
you
it's
that.
just me, but like
It goes really
it
well.
goes very well together.
Mhm.
But we have to ask a question about this MihTy album. It's a question I'm going back and forth with. I still don't know the answer as I'm asking you. Who had the better performance, Jeremih or Ty Dolla $ign?
Yo, come back to me next week with that answer. Let me play it one more time.
Fuck
at
it,
least.
you ain't playing it now. I'm putting you on the spot.
Damn. I'm gonna give it to
You
Ty.
can change your answer.
I'm gonna give it to Jeremih. I'll give it to Jeremih.
You want to say Ty Dolla $ign
'Cause I like Ty Dolla
you know
$ign.
it's Jeremih.
Jeremih on it, and every time like, damn, Jeremih.
And that was how I felt.
But I like Ty Dolla $ign a lot. Don't get me wrong. Ty Dolla $ign is like a 9 out of 10. Jeremih is just like a 9.5, for example. It's not like Ty Dolla $ign sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not like he like outperformed him in that sense. No, he just had the better performance.
Yes, exactly.
Jeremih was killing this.
He murdered it, man.
I remember when I bumped what was that 4-track EP?
Was it with Jeremih?
That
The
was
one
the Jeremih EP, the 4-track one
with Meek on one of them?
with like yeah, wasn't Meek?
I thought it was a Meek EP with Jeremih on it.
Nah, no, I'm tripping. We're saying two different things right now. I have to go
Alright.
back. Hold on. Jeremih. What was it called? Like Love Chocolate Box or some shit?
Love chocolate.
I know you remember it if you see it.
Maybe if I see it, but as of right now, I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
Chocolate Box. You remember Chocolate Box?
Oh yeah, I like that EP.
Chocolate Box was
I
hard.
like that EP.
That shit was hard.
I think we talked
So
about it, but I liked it.
that just got me prepared for MihTy. I'm loving MihTy a lot.
Shout out to my time, man. That's some fire stuff.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get into a little bit of an interesting discussion momentarily regarding those two aforementioned albums. But I want to quickly get into two more albums. Don't want to even spend too much time on it.
3 more because I'm gonna get into one.
Ain't
too.
much to say about
And I'm not gonna say much about it.
Black Eyed Peas came out with a project,
I gotta listen to it.
Masters of the Sun Volume 1.
Not heard of lick of it.
I'm curious about it. I did listen to some of it. I listened to about 6 songs, and I know that I was more so looking forward to the second half as opposed to the first half. So
Okay.
I don't really feel like I listened to it yet.
So just volume 2. How many
Right?
tracks are on?
No, it's all volume 1. It's like a 15-song type of thing.
Oh, okay.
But I've only listened to like the first 5.
Okay.
Right.
So what you're saying. Well, how is it so far?
Well, I mean, the first song was called Back to Hip Hop. So it kind of tells you what they're doing. They're going back to hip hop, right? It's decent. It's okay. It's what I describe as white people rap.
Okay.
Safe
makes
to
sense.
play around white people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're,
Top
they're-
40 rap.
Top 40 rap.
in that sense. Yeah.
Like, they ain't going. They ain't trying to like get protests at their shows. type
In that,
of
like,
rap.
okay, so I mean, they're still using N-word and things like that, like,
Yeah.
so whatever. But
The
you're not gonna
references.
expect, the references are kind of Mickey Mouse-ish,
Yeah, they're basic.
ABC-ish,
Elementary rhyming.
and not like you're expecting fucking Apple the App to be the most elite lyricist.
Bro,
right?
I'm so 2008, you're so 2008.
Yeah,
like that type of rap shit. Like,
You're not expecting.
we don't
them to be
expect bars
elite.
from them.
But what got me curious in the project itself, and again, like I was saying, I didn't even really get to the part that I wanted to get to in the album itself, because if I look at sort of the track listing, again, like a 15 song type of thing, maybe even like 13. I don't want to count right now. But the first song has Nas on it.
Okay.
Nas' feature was kind of weak, I'll be honest.
Damn.
But let's move on to sort of the second half of the album. I'll just say some names. Phife Dawg,
Okay.
Slick Rick, Nicole Scherzinger. Who else?
Definitely bringing back the old school.
Who else is on that fucking...
Back there.
I'm trying to figure out who else is on that Phife Dawg track, but nonetheless, there's a
Phife
couple
Dawg.
names
Oh
on
shit!
there. Yeah,
I listened to that track and I just took it and
That's
said
what
Phife Dawg. I don't know
saying.
why it took me long to hit that.
So there's some features on there that I'm curious about. I haven't really listened to it, so I mean, let's see how it sounds. But it's not going to be really what you're expecting from rap right now, because it's not a rap album.
It's not a rap album.
It's
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 Black Eyed
pop.
Peas.
It's Black Eyed Peas. It's hip
Top
hop.
40.
It's top 40. It's whatever you describe Black Eyed Peas to be.
Okay.
But I'm curious. I'm curious about it. And I
I'll let you guys know
definitely
next week. I'll listen to it during the week.
definitely want to give it a little bit of a listen and see if I can finish that album off. I also want to talk about Joel Ortiz. He came out with a new project. He came out with his project called Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Stole Lil Wayne's name. It is what it is. Now I'm fucking with you. It was announced from time. But the first song on the album called Reflection, I like an introspective song to start an album. I'm a sucker for introspective songs. Basically, he mentions... Damn. Shit. I don't know. Are we too politically correct to say something like that?
Just go keep going.
Let's just
ignore
rewind real
it. We never did that.
Let's just rewind real quick, just in case we're too politically correct. But he mentions not when he goes on the road, it's not the same anymore. When he had his Slaughterhouse Brothers with him, he said he has a line in the song. When you're gifted, sometimes you wrap yourself into a box.
Damn.
Gift, wrap, box.
That's a solid double entendre there. I rate him on that double entendre.
So he clearly hasn't really lost a step lyrically, right? But for me, it's kind of like, I want to kind of use a little weird comparison for a moment. I want to compare him to Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
Do you kind of think you know where I'm going with this
They
one?
have their own solid fan base.
In a sense,
And-
they have a certain sound.
Yes.
So when the Wiz project came out, you weren't disappointed by it,
Yeah, because it's Wiz's sound.
but you weren't like mind
Amazed.
blown by it.
Yeah, it wasn't something like,
That's what Mona Lisa by Joel Ortiz is.
okay.
You're not mind blown by it, but you're absolutely not disappointed with it.
Okay.
Clearly, I gave you guys an example of he still has that elite level of lyricism.
Yes, sir.
It's just nothing is going to wow you per se.
Okay.
Right? So again, I'm not mad at it. I mean, we'll see if it eventually has some rotation play, but it definitely was an enjoyable listen.
Yeah, you know what? Exactly what you said is how I feel about Made in Tokyo's album. That
Okay,
dropped this
I was
week.
just about to ask you what album you talking about, because I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
It's called Sincerely Tokyo.
I still thought the guy's name was Made in T.O.
I still say that.
It's made
Is he
in-
Canadian?
No, he's from Atlanta.
Okay, he's not from Tokyo.
He grew up in Tokyo. He grew up like a portion. He lived a portion of his life in Tokyo.
One of those like
His dad traveled a lot, so he was always around.
Is that like the abbreviation for Tokyo?
Yeah, that's a Tokyo.
That's what I was wondering.
Tokyo's airport now. We have YYZ.
yeah.
Their airport there, like their biggest airport is TYO.
Like when I saw his name, like I'm
Oh.
talking like over a year and a half,
Oh,
2
yeah.
years ago. I thought it was like
Name.
T.O. Like the
Like
way you say
Toronto.
T.O. You don't say T.O. You say T.O.
Oh,
So I thought it was like the Y is just like the way it rolls off
it's
the tongue.
made it- it's
Yo,
like
actually
the
T.O.
T
in
sounds.
Tokyo.
T.O. It's T.O. Like T-I-Y-O type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it's not. It's Tokyo. But go on.
Tokyo. It's 14 songs, 39 minutes. Do your math. It's like 2 minutes a song.
So it's a sample project.
It's called his
Wait,
debut album.
14 songs, 38 minutes?
39 minutes, yeah.
That's not bad.
Uh,
That's a 2 minute
That's about
45
average.
clip.
who was it? I think it was in Joe Budden's podcast where they're like,
Summer Walker.
where do you see? No, they're like, where do you see? You don't see 3 verses and a hook anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It
Who said they're going to keep that alive? It was
I'm not heard on Joe Budden's.
I think it was
podcast.
JID. JID said he's going to keep the 3 verse alive.
Oh yeah, it's definitely none of this on Main Tokyo. It's Main Tokyo sound. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't
you
even
get
know what
the
he sounds like. I'll be honest.
You never heard it? You've heard one of his songs.
I have. For sure I have. But
Whatever it sounds like, it's like that. He has his own ad-libs. He's just like skirt skirt.
there's a whole wave of artists from 2016 I've completely forgotten about.
Yeah.
and Made in T.O. is one of them.
Probably. Nothing special on this. I think I'm only like about 4 or 5 songs in. He doesn't have his features till later on, which I like. So you really do like the beginning of his album. He has 24 Hours, Roy Woods, shout out to Canada, Gunna, Ferg.
Roy Woods is nice.
Blood Orange is on his album.
Blood Orange.
I feel like you would like that.
I like that.
So that's the best song because I've heard that song before. I listened to the album, someone played it. I was like,
Okay.
this is the best song on the album. And it features Blood Orange. Shout out to Blood Orange.
Blood Orange is dope, man, for sure.
And Ben Simmons' ex is on it as well.
Oh, I was going to say,
Tekashi.
Ben Simmons is on a hook?
No.
Tinashe.
I would suggest everyone give it a listen. It's
She
a hype train song, so you know.
Tinashe really had something going.
Nah, she didn't.
She could have.
She hasn't gone up or she hasn't gone down. I think she's
didn't.
always been at the same
She's at like that.
sea level.
Yeah.
But she's chasing that basketball
C+,
player D.
Dancing with the Stars type shit now.
Exactly.
She gotta go for the basketball player D now. That's how you get your name.
She got a Brittany Renner herself.
Cheese. Fly yourself out.
Damn. Anyways,
Alright.
I want to go back to sort of the, and I'm not even trying to diss Joel Ortiz because it was a good album, but I want to go back to sort of the 2 albums that were worth talking about this week, right? And that's the Tory Lanez
MihTy.
Love Me Now,
Oh,
and
yeah, Love
that
Me Now,
is
sorry.
the Jeremih and Dolla Sign
MihTy.
MihTy.
That one.
It's natural for us to put them in the same category,
Okay.
right? There's a whole crop of artists that we can put in the same category.
See?
Tiller,
Mhm.
Lanes,
August
Jeremih,
Alsina.
August Alsina,
Ty Dolla Sign.
Ty
even.
Dolla Sign. Who else is on that list?
Those niggas that sing for your fucking hook.
Give me
for
some
your
more
chorus.
names. Black.
Black Six.
Give me another. Give me like 3 more names.
I don't know. Yeah, it's
Top-
too much pressure right now.
I can handle pressure.
Too much pressure.
Anyways, what I want to ask. No, you asked it better than me, man.
All right. You gotta keep one, as in keep it locked up in the shelf, or you gotta leak one, leak it online.
Yo.
Which is the better project?
Yeah.
Tories, Love Me Now, or Love Me Later, whatever it's called. MihTy by Ty Dolla Sign.
It's called Love Me Now, just in case for anyone searching that up. So
Love
Love,
Me
Me Now versus MihTy.
Do, do, do,
Yo.
do, 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 do. I know my answer.
I know
Do,
my answer.
do.
So give me your answer.
My answer is MihTy. I know the MihTy just...
Tell me why your answer is MihTy.
I don't know. The replay value on MihTy, like, when I first
Exactly.
listened to the Tory one, it does have replay value, but not the whole thing. MihTy, I can listen to the whole thing all over again. I literally want to listen to the whole thing all over again right there and then.
I'm about to go play like fucking Free TC or something. Trevor,
Yo,
tell me
tell me
why
PTC wasn't fire? Beach Party
Tell me
3?
why it's MihTy. Tell me why I go with MihTy. As much as I like Tory, I still think MihTy was better. Replay value is a big thing, but there's just more tracks on there that I'd listen to.
Yo.
And they killed it with the Wiz Khalifa and Chris Brown feature.
Okay, first of all, when you saw the Wiz feature,
it came out of left place, man. He slowed down the track so much.
Were you thinking? Wait, I'm gonna my brain. I feel like you guys are in my brain for a moment, so you might not even understand what I'm saying. Did you hear Wiz Khalifa's coming out with an R&B album? I'm not joking.
Yo, keep that. Do not leak that. Keep it.
Okay, so you didn't hear about that.
No, and I don't want to.
Okay, so I heard that Wiz Khalifa's coming out with an R&B album.
Oh God.
Then MihTy comes out.
He does not.
Then I see Wiz on the track list.
So you thought you were gonna come
I'm
out
like,
with
oh
the
boy,
vocals.
here we go. I'm like, but I was curious. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I had my notes ready to start taking notes on
Ready to flame the man.
on how Wiz sounds. Hey, you never know. He might sound fire. You
That's
never
true.
know.
No one saw Sway coming like that.
You never know. What was the point I was making? Oh yeah, I don't remember the point I was
Something
making.
about he's making an album, an R&B album with Khalifa. Am I checking for it? Is that what you're gonna ask?
Did-
you thought you were gonna sing on this?
Did both of you guys give your MihTy opinions already?
Yeah, I told you.
Okay, then I do
Replay
remember where
value.
I was going. Okay, I wanted to say, for the same reason you were having a hard time saying Jeremih had the better vocals,
Mm-hmm.
is the same reason why I wanted to say MihTy was the better album. I wanted to root for it. You wanted to root for Ty Dolla Sign.
Yeah.
But Jeremih had the better performance.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's a
Hands
fact.
down.
The Tory album was better. The Tory album for me, now obviously it's subjective.
Now we're gonna say music.
So-
I was gonna say music is subjective.
It's
so
subjective at the end of the day.
I won't
So you
fight
can
you,
disagree with that. But I feel like for me, the Tory Lanez album provided me with more content. I feel like it gave me more replay. I feel like it gave me more individual songs. I can pick out that one song and just play that one song for 3 minutes and then go on about my day. Whereas the MihTy, I kind of want to listen to it front to back. I kind of
Okay.
want to listen to it in order, but I feel like I'm not going to be as much in that mood as I would to bump a Tory track.
Fair enough.
So the Tory project for me was just, more playable tracks. And like I said, when we were reviewing it, the features gave me more.
Definitely.
Right? Like minus the Wiz. Let me look at the track list of MihTy.
Chris Brown was on like 2 songs, I think, maybe. I remember.
Let's see that.
Your heavy rotation.
MihTy. Other than the Wiz, you weren't getting a break.
French Montana was the only other person.
But you weren't really getting a break in their sound.
No, you weren't.
Right? So it kind of goes back
It kind of felt like one long song.
Exactly. It kind of goes back into that like one song type of lane that it feels like. Mm-hmm. Whereas Tory's, yes, it gives you that one long song type of feel to it as well. But because it has different features, you're starting to see something else from it. So you're getting that straight hip hop. You're getting that double vocal with the Chris Brown, whatever else it may be, right? So
I see your reasonings. I just like MihTy a lot.
I am mad at it.
I understand your Tory Lanez reasons. I do believe I am going to play some of those Tory Lanez songs.
Oh, those Tory Lanez songs are bangers. Yeah, there are some bangers on there for sure. Okay. I like to ask this question. Of course, we're going to try to make it as regular of a segment that we can. And you sort of answered it already, and I sort of answered it already, but let's make it a little formal. What was your release of the week?
MihTy.
Simple. Trevor.
Trevor?
What was your release of the week? Unless you know some dumb shit.
He's going to say something on Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel, Frida.
I would say Love Me Now. But that's because I like Tory Lanez. I've been a fan.
Okay.
How long?
I didn't know he was going to switch up like that.
I didn't know either.
My release of the week is also Tory Lanez Love Me Now. So
all right.
That's that. And then usually, of course, at the end of our music potpourri segment, we like to ask the final question. Gentlemen, what's in your rotation?
All right, y'all. How y'all doing today? My name is JustShola. Follow me on Instagram. What's in my rotation? To be honest, it's been a weird week. Started off with a little bit of... Can I just say
weird is a very weird word ahead of other words that start with W?
Been a weird week.
Weird. Okay, it's just me. Anyways, go on.
Let me see what I started with.
Carry on.
So, of course, Carter 5.
C5.
Regular. C5. Icebreaker. Twice this week. Shout out to Lil Barrett. I actually bumped Testing.
Okay.
I rate the album. I rate it. You know? It's not my album of the year. It's not in my top 10. Not in my top 20. But,
you're not even giving it top 20?
I rate what he did.
That's saying a lot.
I still don't like the album.
Okay.
But I see what he did there, and I don't flame it the way I did before. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10, maybe.
Damn.
But I get what he did there. Man on the Moon, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I started bumping like in singles too. So I bumped Pressa's 420 in London.
Is that off the...
No, it's just a random track.
But that's not on the 6 Buzz?
No.
Okay.
And it features Lil Uzi. I didn't even know until someone told me it features Lil Uzi. And then I heard it and I was like, oh, now I love this song.
Shout out to
Pressa. A few Thugger from Slime Season 3.
Slime Season 3?
Yes, believe it or not.
Okay. I ain't mad.
Singles. Let me just run you guys off a few singles I've been bumping. ZZ, Kodak Black, Travis Scott, and Offset. Hard Work Pays Off, Juice WRLD, Future, Never Recover, Drake, Lil Baby Gunna. Did you guys hear that Money by Cardi B?
The new Cardi? I never heard it yet.
I don't know.
But I heard about it.
It didn't hit me the right way. Fine China.
I want to wait till
Juice
Cardi's
WRLD,
on her
China,
full run before I start to take that in.
Drip Too Hard stays in my rotation.
The entire project?
No, Drip Too... Oh, that's... No, just the single.
Oh, okay.
Drip
so my
Too
bad.
Hard.
What's the project called? Drip Harder?
It's called Drip Too Hard.
But the project?
It's called Drip Too Hard.
And then what's the single?
Drip Too Hard.
Okay.
That's what it says right here on
I ain't mad.
On thing.
Isn't one of them... Baby or Gunna, their new project is called like Drip for Life or something. Like, yo, fam, get off that name.
Yes.
Give me another name.
Drip. It's like how Young Thug uses Slime.
Yeah. Give me another name, man. Shit.
Notice by Lil Mosey, that song stays in my head.
Damn, you got a rotation this week. You listen to a lot of motherfucking music this week.
It's all singles though. Like again, these are
that's
all
true.
singles.
It's a bunch of singles.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it for singles.
Okay. I ain't mad. Trevin, what's in your rotation?
Does it have to be new music?
No,
anything. Whatever you want.
What are you listening to? What are you listening to this week?
From starting Sunday evening to right now.
It can either be albums that you have played multiple times. It could be something that you just discovered once on a random Tuesday.
Okay.
It could be what singles are you playing? What's in your rotation?
Love Me Now, MihTy, definitely, at least when it came out. Other than that, I've been listening to For Your Eyes Only, actually. I don't know why. That
I
just
like
came
that.
up. I've been in deja vu mood.
Yeah, it
Okay.
happens. Like me, a man on the moon.
Exactly.
It's like me once I say my entire rotation.
Other than that, I've been listening to the Lupe album, actually. Quite
Woo!
Drogas? Yeah.
Drogas with.
Yeah. And
If she
Carter
dies,
5.
she dies.
Damn.
And I gotta give a shout out to ZZ. Because I've been looking for that track for a while.
Doom, doom, doom. We still got to make that a soundbite.
Don't man,
ZZ soundbite. Yo, add that to the notes. Yo, ZZ soundbite.
ZZ soundbite done.
We definitely, or sound clip, I should say.
Yeah.
We definitely have to do that.
Uh-oh.
My rotation. Let me get into my rotation real quick. So I'm gonna check my app here to see what I'm listening to.
ZZ sound clip. Do.
Doom, doom, doom.
DJ got that dope.
DA
This guy's
got
fucking
that
up my
dope.
whole rotation segment.
All right, I knew you were ready.
I'm waiting for you. Like,
I was just trying to wait for
God
you.
damn, let me let these motherfuckers know.
All right, what
Don't let
you been listening
ZZ
to?
ruin my damn rotation.
What are you listening to other than ZZ?
What am I listening to? I know it's new. I don't really like to mention the new projects for my rotation, but I can see it being part of my rotation. So I'm gonna say "Love Me Now."
That's
sure.
why I didn't say the MihTy, because MihTy is going to be my rotation.
That's the thing.
For
I
the
know
next few weeks.
for sure. Redemption, J-Rock. I just started playing that.
Win.
I really want to go back to those albums that are seriously in that nomination conversation.
Trust me,
And you mentioned it.
It's getting to that point of the year
And we'll get into that, of course, when
when the time comes.
then the time comes. But Redemption back in the rotation. Good Kid, Mad City. I've been bumping. And Good Kid, Mad City is as a result of me bumping to Pimp a Butterfly. Obviously, both by
Which
Kendrick
was
Lamar.
as a result of you bumping.
And I'm getting to that. But the reason why I wanted to bump to Pimp a Butterfly, because believe it or not, that's actually the album I feel like is not even considered his best.
It's not. It's considered third
Not
best.
even close. I feel like it's considered his worst.
Yeah, like his third best. He only has
But-
3 albums.
Yeah, exactly. You're right for saying the same thing. But a lot of people, or not going to say a lot, there is a pocket of people that believe To Pimp a Butterfly is Kendrick Lamar's best album.
Because it was a step in a different direction.
And that's why I wanted to sort of discover why, or I wanted to sort of rediscover why. Obviously, I listened to it when it came out at the time, but I spent a lot more time with Damn. I think Damn is his best project, personally.
That's fine.
Obviously, you spend a lot of time with Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, I
And
spent
for
hours
me,
on that shit.
Pimp a Butterfly just kind of takes a back seat by default.
That's what happens. Because I like his first album a lot, and then his most recent album.
So I really wanted to give Pimp a Butterfly some shine. So I played it multiple times. I can understand why it's people's favorite album.
Yeah.
I can understand why it's their favorite Kendrick album. It's not mine. It's not really for me as much as Kendrick's other projects are. But I completely get it. I completely understand it. I'm not mad at it at all. To Pimp a Butterfly was a result of me listening to... I was bumping some Isaiah Rashad. The Sun's Tirade. So that was his project that came
Shout out
out.
to
I think that
TDE.
project came out back in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. That was a result of me bumping Reason, of course, is still on my list. There you have it, by Reason. I'm also bumping, shout out to Dreamville, West 1996 Part 2 by Lute.
Who?
Lute,
Uncle Luke?
L-U-T-E.
Uncle Luke?
No, L-U-T-E.
No idea who Lute is. He's signed to Dreamville?
Is a Dreamville artist, if I'm
From
not
North
mistaken.
Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know where he's from.
I just assume that because he's part of Dreamville.
But
Right,
he
like
has a
Habbo,
project
Habbo,
that
Habbo,
came
Habbo,
out. I think it was
Habbo,
back
Habbo.
in 2017. Very good project. It's called, again, West 1996 Part 2. Some really decent features on there. So he has Earth Gang on there. He has Elevator J on there, who's somebody that I've bumped in the past. He has GQ on there. GQ Slaughter on there is a solid artist as well.
Elevator J.
Just a good artist, a good artist, good project. Definitely bumping that. JID, The Never Story, of course. That's going to be in my rotation. And what I'm really bumping a lot, and what I'm going to recommend to everyone to bump right now, Ninth Wonder presents Jamla is the Squad. And I'm going to spell
Ninth
that
Wonder,
out.
that's the producer, right?
Ninth Wonder, of course, is the super producer, one of the best in the business.
Is he from Toronto?
No.
No, that's Boy Wonder.
Yeah, you're thinking of a Boy Wonder. Or Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
Anyway, so Ninth Wonder has, of course, this compilation project of sorts. It's called Jamla is the Squad. JAMLA is the Squad. Now, this project, it's funny. It's called Volume 1. This project came out in 2014.
Oh shit! So there's volume 2 out.
Basically, this is like Rhapsody in them. So this is
they blew up.
Yo, bro.
Isn't Rhapsody coming out with a collab album with someone?
We're gonna talk about that very shortly. So this project, Jamla's The Squad, again, volume 1 in a sense. A ton of features on there. Talib Kweli is on there.
Shout out.
You know, who else? Pete Rock is on there. Styles P, Ransom, Jada Kiss is on here. A ton of artists. And then, like I said, the project itself is a little bit of a compilation project. So Rhapsody is one of the artists for Jamla's The Squad. GQ is one of the artists. Heather Victoria is one of the artists.
Okay.
Really good artists in general. This is a great fucking project. This is a great fucking project. And you just asked the question, isn't Rhapsody coming out with something? Guess what? Jamla's The Squad Volume 2 is coming out.
Oh, yeah, it's Rhapsody and Ninth Wonder.
Yes.
That was what it was. There we go.
Who do we know for sure is on Jamla's The Squad Part 2? JID is going to be on the track with Rhapsody.
Okay.
I'm losing my mind already. J. Cole, the Sojourner track. That Sojourner track that came out already with Rhapsody. I want to hear what GQ sounds like because GQ is nice.
Well, GQ has a magazine.
GQ is fucking
just go check the magazine
out. Stop this. But there's I can't wait for that to come out. I can't even explain how excited I am for that project. Like, I can't put it in words. But yeah, man, my rotation is fucking hip hop heavy right now.
Hip hop.
I think it's gonna stay hip hop heavy for a long time. Oh, My Name Is My Name.
My Name is
still bumping that.
Yeah, it's a bumpy track.
Still bumping that
album.
And in usual fashion, we spent
an hour
80 minutes on fucking music. So let's end the music potpourri segment there. Let's get into our entertainment report.
Entertainment report.
We need like some fucking e-news type of shit.
That's why I started the da-na-na-na.
So entertainment report, man. The Jenners are up to some shit again.
Yeah, I don't care at this point.
I almost feel like
they want us to talk about it. That's what they want. The more we talk about it, the more they talk about it. Like, why are we upset here? Because she has an afro?
So hold on.
What afro?
Let me
give you the backstory.
Let me, provide some context.
No, I seen the picture.
Those that are listening.
Because I was not ready to talk about this. I was like, next. I ain't giving these Jenners, Kardashians more of my time.
So Trevin asked a very important question, what afro? But I want to at least, unpack the story a little bit. So Vogue magazine, they did a shoot.
I got that.
But no, they did a shoot with Kendall Jenner. She was modeling a quote unquote afro, insisting that the look was inspired by the puffed out styles by the 60s and 70s. Now, Kendall Jenner herself didn't say shit about it. She didn't really address it at all. She just basically, did some normal shit on her timeline. Apparently, Twitter had some reactions. So Twitter basically said, there's other models, Vogue magazine, that you could have used that have a real afro. Tisk. Somebody also said, does her hair really look like that on a daily basis? Is she African American? Find out next on the next episode of Drake. No, I'm joking. Why couldn't y'all get a girl with a real fro on the cover if y'all wanted a fro so bad? Somebody else wrote.
Kendall, because they don't have as many followers on Instagram as Kendall.
Now, Trevin asked an important question. I'm gonna ask you now. You said what afro? Like, what did you think about the photo?
That wasn't a fro.
What was it?
That was like the old school styles. Yeah, that was a blowout. That was just.
Sorry, what did you say, Lisa?
She didn't use her hair.
It's called a tease when
nobody
you
else
tease
can
your
hear
hair.
her.
Yeah, that's what I have to say.
She teased it. She teased it, right?
I have no idea what that means. You're saying like you know what it is?
I do know what that is.
Oh, okay, good. I have no idea.
I have no idea what that means.
Are you around women?
I know it means to be a blowout. I thought it was a blowout. I know it's to relax your hair. And I've seen it teased.
I'm glad all of you guys are mentioning that because there are some social media users who are basically defending, quote unquote, the photos. A lot of people had said, I'll give you a couple of examples. Someone said, oh, please, it's not an afro, it's teased hair to look like the period they were styling for. Somebody else said, as somebody with a serious afro, I'm certainly not offended by this look portrayal. Somebody else said, this is nowhere near an afro. Models are often transformed in photo shoots.
That I agree with.
Which is the reason for creative directors.
I agree with that.
But I can't help but think of Zoe Kravitz when I see this photo. That's
Zoe
what the person said.
Kravitz is weird.
Should have got Zoe on that. Why not? Another person said, Kendall Jenner looks amazing, and this clearly is not an afro. It's a classic style. More like an old lady hairdo than anything. So yeah, I mean, what do we feel?
Honestly, I don't really care. Whatever, man. They paid her money.
Another thing. Scotty Beam. Shout out to Scotty Beam,
Scotty
man.
Beam.
Let me just give a round of applause for Scotty Beam real quick. Just because Deani Scott, I think is her name. She tweeted. Let me fucking find my Twitters real quick.
She tweeted.
Because I fucking took a screenshot of this and I don't want to do it injustice.
Oh, I
have mad screenshots on my phone. So Scotty Beam said, I've been searching all damn day for the root of this I keep saying Kylie.
I don't know why you keep saying Kylie. You got an obsession with that girl?
Nah, Kendall's...
Travis Scott's race to square up with you.
Kendall's the better one. Kendall been the better one.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Are we having that argument?
Yeah, I don't know. Kylie's kind of bad.
I mean, Kendall's way better than Kylie.
I don't know.
Fam. Anyways,
I don't know.
Scotty Beam said, I've been searching all damn day for the root of this Kendall Jenner backlash. I can't find shit. Who actually said something about this quote-unquote afro?
Twitter.
And then she said, look at them using made-up outrage to promote a magazine. Curveball.
Damn, she's saying GQ did this on themselves.
Curveball.
Or Vogue or whoever.
Do you think it's possible?
Yes. It is, remember when H&M did that Monkey in the Jungle?
Was that intentional?
Of course there was. You can't tell me you saw
dead ass?
You put a black kid.
Am I that vulnerable?
Monkey in the Jungle or whatever. Monkeyist in the Jungle or whatever. What did he say?
I don't remember what he said. I remember the ad.
Monkey in the...
Ski Mask Slaughter. I'm the coolest monkey in the jungle.
He said, I'm the coolest monkey in the jungle.
That's what Ski Mask said. But this one said like monkey in the jungle or some shit.
Yeah, that's what the thing said. I'm the coolest monkey in the jungle.
Yeah, and then on a black kid, you can't tell me you're white and you do not find that offensive.
If I work for H&M UK, which is where my headquarters is,
how many stages?
I'm not thinking about that.
No, how many stages does it go through before? It's not internet that uploads this.
I think that one person didn't catch that.
There's no way.
But my point is the North American team should have found that. The North American team should have stopped that.
Man, racism is
the
racism.
European team ain't saying shit.
Racism is racism everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in North America or
in Africa
or Europe. Yeah, what do you mean?
In Africa, does racism exist in Africa? I mean, there's colorism with the light skins.
Exists
with light skins. There's colorism, and in India, there's colorism with light skins. But it's not racism.
But you can't tell me.
In Sweden?
Yes, there's racism. We know this.
Flagrant too.
Free Alex. Alex is back.
Free Alex? That's jokes. Yeah, I'm talking shit.
I do believe in that made up start a controversy just to promote your brand.
So who was this? This was Vogue. So I can't believe Vogue is doing some fake shit.
Anyway, I'm tired of talking about
Vogue is fake outraging.
The Jenners and if it was someone else, I will have a bigger discussion. But I don't care about giving the Jenners or Kardashians any more of my time. Kanye West already takes up too much of that.
Is that all we got for the Jenners?
That's all we got. That's all I have for them.
I thought there was a deep dive here. Yeah. I thought there was a deep dive available here.
Wear whatever you want to wear. Like someone said, it's a model, creative shoot, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not buying Vogue. Vogue ain't for me. So.
For those that, let's kind of describe our thoughts on it though. For those that haven't seen the photos, I did. Definitely not an afro, dude.
It was not an afro.
I saw the picture.
I thought it was a blowout. It was
not
an afro. People just want to be upset about shit.
It was definitely an old lady.
I am not going to just keep on talking because people are upset.
An old lady.
Everyone's just upset for something, yo.
Outreach
I'm upset that Justin Bieber got engaged without a prenup. Bitch, it doesn't matter. He's not giving you the money anyway. I'm off this.
Let's get off that. So, I think that may or may not be our shortest entertainment report ever.
Keep on putting Kardashians and Jenners in there, will get shorter and shorter.
Damn. So now I know for next time, don't include any fucking Jenner stories. Notice how I don't even say Kardashians anymore. They're done. Their time is done. The Kardashian run is over. It's all about the Jenners now.
Kim is still up there.
38-year-old Kim.
They still looking at her.
Still slugging. How old is she?
I don't know. Enough to get Botox.
She up there, no? Hey Siri. My shit don't listen.
How old is Kim Kardashian?
How old is Kim Kardashian?
Kim Kardashian is 38.
38. She fucking old.
Kardashian is 38.
Wow.
Is that Australian male?
It's Australian male.
You gotta change that to UK male. Pause.
How you mean Australian male is the best? Pause.
Pause.
Lisa, can tell us about Australian male?
Yo, don't.
Lisa, how's Australian male?
Yo, they can't hear. Nobody cares.
I know.
The viewers can't hear. Viewers can't hear shit. But anyways, that is our shortest entertainment report ever. So let's get into some sports talk. We got to use like plug walk, but make it sports talk.
Plug walk. Sports talk. Okay.
Sports
I can
talk.
do something there.
Anyways, are we even talking about CP3 Rondo still?
Whatever. CP3 is a bad guy. Some people say. Some people
Rondo
don't
says
say.
CP's a bad guy.
I've heard before. I would admit
Listen,
that.
okay, I do want to talk about that though. There is that discussion.
That's what I'm saying. Like what Mouth Jones said. Do you guys have a podcast back there? Exactly. So keep it down.
Mad crinkling. I wonder if we edit that part out or not.
Nah,
we'll find out.
it.
What was I gonna say though? There's a reputation for Chris Paul not being the most liked. Correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reputation for LeBron James not being the most liked. Correct?
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Not to Chris.
How
Not
about
to
all
Chris
that?
Paul's level.
As a teammate.
Chris.
I'm not comparing. I'm just asking.
I don't know about all that. I think LeBron James is like one
There's
of the best
no
teammates.
narrative
Yeah, I think
about
people
LeBron
like it.
James not being a good teammate to play with.
Nah,
Not being a good, not being an easy teammate to play with.
Nah, I haven't heard.
There was
that
Michael
narrative.
Jordan.
Am I the only one hearing this?
I
Okay.
know.
I heard Jordan.
Jordan was
Is
an
there-
asshole to play with.
Is there? We heard Michael Jordan's an asshole to play with.
I heard he's an asshole as a person.
Yeah.
Right. We've
Did-
heard this about Patrick Ewing. No, it was we've heard this about Patrick Ewing.
No.
We've heard this about Kobe.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Kobe kind of does like to push you in a way.
Here's the thing that I want to talk about.
By the way, he's a Chris Paul lover, so
Yeah, I'm a Chris
let's
Paul,
let's start
You're
with
right,
that.
and that's fair to say. I'm a Chris Paul stan.
Uh huh.
Do
I'm a
stans
Rondo
even
stan.
exist
Stan still exists.
as sports? Like,
You
can
can
you
be a
stan a
stan.
sport?
You can
person?
I think
stand.
so.
You can stand anything you want.
You're
If you want
right.
to stand McDonald's coffee, you can stand
I'm
McDonald's
a Chris
coffee.
Paul stan. Trevin is a Rondo stan. So that's why there's no point in having the discussion,
Yes.
right? But what I want to ask, I want to talk about Chris Paul not being liked because Rondo's also not really liked.
I will give you that. There's
Right.
people that don't like him.
What's the common theme amongst these athletes that are not liked?
They throw punches?
Oh, Jesus. They compete. No?
Okay,
Yeah,
They
you can't- you
compete.
can't-
They want to win. So if they're going to push you made your $8 million check. You don't give a fuck because you just made generational wealth. But this person is still trying to win a game. So this person is going to push you in a way where you're going to say to yourself, why is this motherfucker pushing me? I have my
Nah,
8 mil.
This is not like the kind of pushing people. Like Kobe pushed people.
Okay.
What we've heard about Chris Paul is like.
So what have we heard about Chris Paul?
They just don't like him. Like he's not a nice guy. He's not that nice of a guy.
Why?
No
I
one's
don't
gone into
know. I'm
detail
not
there.
saying. I'm not saying.
The only detail has to be their competitive.
I'm not.
I know, but
I'm not saying I agree
but I'm
with
saying
them.
let's speculate.
I'm just saying like
Let's
what we've
speculate.
heard.
What makes you say somebody's not a good guy in the NBA?
Maybe he blames his
Yeah,
players
blames
for
his
his.
players,
for
yells at
games,
them
for whatever it is.
unnecessarily.
I heard about that Clippers shit.
There you go.
I
Just
heard
saying.
about that Clippers shit.
I'm not saying I agree with them because I don't even know if it's true.
Mhm.
But just what we've heard in the grapevines.
I just think there's something there to say about the players who aren't the most liked. Jimmy Butler are typically the
People like-
players.
only Minnesota doesn't like Jimmy Butler.
But that's what I'm talking. I'm just using the one sample that
Yeah.
we have, right? Jimmy Butler is not liked in in Minnesota
Oh, that Houston trade gonna go down.
because
It's not gonna though.
it's not happening.
It's
they
not.
already
I
said
know they're going to revise it. They said.
But yeah, Jimmy Butler's not liked in Minnesota because he wants those motherfuckers to compete.
He does. That is true.
So I'm wondering if there's something to be said about the more you want to compete in the NBA, the less you'll be liked. Because all of those players have made generational wealth, and not all of those players care to win. Not all of those players care to have a legacy.
Let me know when you're done.
They made their 15 minute. They made their 15 million initial round of money. They've made their generational wealth. They're cool. They're living their life, and they're playing ball for fun. There's a certain crop of people, the Rondos, the CPs, the Kobes, the LeBrons, the Jordans, the Jimmys, etc., that want something more than just to cool off. They want to actually win. And I think those players end up being liked less.
You're saying all this because you like CP3. I've heard he's an asshole. This has nothing to do.
Once have I
This has
defended Chris Paul.
nothing. Yeah, you just compared Chris Paul to Kobe.
Yeah, it's competitive edge. Absolutely.
But like, it just has nothing to do with
But
him
his
being, like,
competitiveness
I
is one
don't
of the
think
highest in the league.
I don't think it's.
But that's on the court.
I don't
What
think
if
it's his
off the court?
competitive. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's competitive. That
Off the court, you think they hate Chris Paul too?
Yes,
I think so.
I think that's what
I
people like when they
mean,
say
I
he's
think
not
that's
a
what he's
good guy.
saying.
Like, they're not saying on the court he's trying to push us.
The only
They're trying
people
to say,
that have said this is fucking
Glenn Davis.
Big Baby and man's like DeMarcus Cousins. Give me a few more credible sources. We don't believe you.
I do believe
You need more people.
I've heard this before. Like, this is not the first time I've heard it. Years
We don't believe
ago,
you.
I've heard.
You need more people.
Years ago,
I'm a
I've
Chris Paul
heard.
stan, man, so I'm gonna get angry.
So like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also not saying you're right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm also not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I've heard Chris Paul's not the nicest guy in the world.
Moving on. David Stern, flaming. David Stern is flaming Dell Demps for no reason.
Is Dell Demps a good GM?
Dell Demps is the general manager of the New Orleans Pelicans. So, first of all, this came out of nowhere. Do you know anything? Like, do you know any additional info about this?
No. Other than what you're about to say right now, I've never heard anything about
This article just
Let me
came
hear
out
what
of
you
left
say.
field. I don't know what made this article happen.
it. Outlet.
I don't know why these words were said, but David Stern, who is the former the former commissioner of the NBA.
David Stern. Sorry, I'm thinking of Silver. Yeah, go on.
David Stern, former commissioner of the NBA, for no reason, a quote comes out, and I quote, Dell Demps is a lousy general manager, and none of these players want to smoke. No, I'm joking. He didn't say that. And none of these players are currently with the team anymore, Stern said. So they were talking about the Chris Paul trade, the trade that was vetoed to the Lakers, the deal that ended up happening with the Clippers, et cetera, et
And
cetera.
the players that they got from
The
the
players they got from it, where
That
are
was a
they
bad
now
trade,
type of
man.
thing. The value, was it lopsided, blah, 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 blah. Again, Dell, and I'm going to read the quote again, so it just makes a little bit more sense. Dell Demps is a lousy general manager, and none of those players are currently with the team anymore, David Stern said. And he may lose Anthony Davis.
There's a very high
He
chance.
just said it for no reason. Hey, he may lose. I don't know where the fuck this is coming from.
I don't know where it's coming
I don't know
from.
where it's coming from.
But I agree with him.
I do agree
I
that
think he's gonna lose
if
Anthony
he doesn't.
Davis.
Is AD's on the last year of his contract?
No.
Yeah, I think he is.
Is he? I don't think so. Though I'm talking about, he's not on a contract year.
That's
yet.
true. KD is the main.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're
AD's
right.
not. But
You're
he might request a trade eventually when you don't surround him with. He's a generational player.
Yes.
He's going to be one of the greatest.
Well, to be
Possibly.
fair, they're undefeated this season.
Yeah, this season like 10 games in, man.
Pelicans?
Yeah,
Or it's like
Are they?
yeah.
It's like 6 games in.
Alfred
They
Payton's
are.
balling.
They came back
He is.
yesterday for the win
They did.
against
They
Brooklyn.
did. They
You
did.
are right. They did.
But again, it's starting the season. Let's see mid-season how they start performing. Everyone's still hype off the off season right now.
No, I feel like there's a certain crop of teams that have established themselves.
Milwaukee's
I think
undefeated.
Milwaukee has shown themselves to be different this year.
There's
I
another
think the
team in-
Raptors have set themselves
another
ahead.
team
I
in
think
the
Boston
East.
has proven
No,
themselves.
Boston's not.
I feel like
undefeated.
Detroit has set
Detroit.
themselves ahead.
That's the only.
Um,
There's only 4 undefeated teams.
I feel like we're getting. I don't care about undefeated, but I'm saying like which teams have kind of put themselves in that sort of upper eastern echelon.
In an 82-game season, I'm not going to judge you after 6 games, like fully. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but give me 30 games in and let's see. If you're still
30
like,
games, damn.
if you're like 22-8, 30 games in, I'm like, you're the real deal.
You're rough.
It's a
bro.
long season,
You don't
fam.
judge till 30 games.
I'm not going to judge everyone
I'm
off.
judging after 18.
You can have the best acceleration.
How much?
Usain Bolt was never the first person off the block, but he was the last person at the finish line.
You get that's
how it
terrible
matters.
comparison.
How you mean? Acceleration, you can start
It's a
off
good
fast.
comparison. It is a good comparison.
But if you don't have that
I'm just
speed
hating.
to keep it up, you'll lose steam and you won't
I get
finish
it.
first.
I get
So
it.
it's still too early
I'm
for me
fucking
to
hating.
judge.
What? So your magic number's 30.
30, yeah.
What's your magic number, Trevor?
I don't know.
Number
Probably
of
halfway
games.
through the season, 41 games.
That's
Halfway.
by 30,
41 is your magic number
That's-
to determine
that's like January.
the direction of the league.
That's far still.
That's
That's
like
far.
December.
I think 30 is far too. Like I want to do 20 to be honest.
Y'all are wildin'. 25.
25. I'll give you
Because
25.
said 18.
let me
I'm
tell you
balling
something.
too.
After the All-Star break, the direction always changes.
But
Yeah,
it
but-
doesn't really change though. I feel like after All-Star break, 2 changes happen.
A couple
the
teams
Utah
step up.
happens,
Yeah.
The Utah.
and then
Some team has
some
a
next
surge.
year
falls
happens.
off.
Last year was Philly.
But for the most part, 80% stays the same.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I feel like that can't be the magic number to
40
determine.
is too long, man. Like 25 is fair enough. By 25 games in, you know the solid teams from the
Like 25
Maybe.
in. If the Raptors are 21-4,
Okay, yeah, then you'll know what
like
direction they're
25
going.
games in. You can
Exactly.
tell who's
or
going
are
to be
you,
like
are you
top.
waiting for 37-5
mid.
from Golden State?
Nah, that's too
Nah.
much work. Like
I thought
Golden
they were going to lose to New York.
I wish they did. To be
How did they win by
honest.
30?
I have
Kevin
no
Durant,
idea.
25
Yo, they
in
went
the
off.
tie game.
They
25
went
in the fourth.
off in the third, fourth quarter. They went off.
Cleveland selling tickets for $2.
Yo, first of all,
Are you
the
down
team
for a road
sucks.
trip?
Yo, I'm down. It's like what
Cleveland's
6-hour
pretty
drive.
close.
You ain't trying to see Rodney Hood?
I'm not really actually.
Sell
not trying to see
marquee
any of them.
tickets,
I'm not trying to
George
see
Hill
any
and
of them. I'm going that one for the away team.
You ain't trying to see your boy
K Love.
Colin Sexton?
I'm trying. He's not my boy.
Yeah, I thought you liked him in college.
I didn't like him in college.
What?
I thought he was a good player, but I didn't think he was that good. Like I don't like him.
Yo, fam, this is one of those situations. This is one of those. Who's the artist you didn't listen to again? That I thought you listened to? That I started listening to?
Denzel Curry.
This is a Denzel Curry moment.
This guy was like, I listen to Curry just because of you. I'm like, I don't listen to Denzel Curry.
I've been watching Colin Sexton because I thought you liked him.
Nah, he doesn't know how to shoot.
Fam,
He doesn't have. He just knows how to finish at the rim.
I'm bugging.
He doesn't even know how to pass. He's such a. He's not a good point guard.
What else is going on in the NBA?
Philly's not living up to their
Philly is
expectation.
looking weak.
They're 3-3,
Very
right?
weak.
Or some shit.
Washington.
Yo, Sacramento's
looks
3-3, and I know it's still early on.
Sacramento
but
The Fulton
is.
project is falling off.
they're doing better than I thought. I thought it'd be 0-6 and they're 3-3.
What was that San Antonio shit you sent?
What
Sorry,
was it?
the Phoenix shit you sent.
Or they're running the balls faster than
7
it was.
seconds or less.
Oh,
shit.
so in 2004, 2005,
This guy knows
the
without even
fastest-
pulling up his phone.
I was about to pull up the
Yeah.
stats. I'm trying to find the picture right
We
now.
need Trevin on the podcast more, man.
This guy's
Damn.
coming
the
with
Phoenix
stats.
Suns with Nash and Stoudemire had the fastest pace in the NBA.
And that offense was known as a 7 seconds
7
or,
seconds
law,
with
or
Mike
less
D'Antoni.
offense with Mike D'Antoni. That was kind of a trailblazer to
For
today's
what's-
style,
Exactly.
right?
So this season, out of all the 30 teams, they would be below the 30th team. A full possession
That's
below
how
the 30th
fast
team,
the offense
a
has
full
changed.
possession,
which would be the Spurs.
dead last.
Not even going to lie, when
Below
I
the
run
Spurs.
2K, I do run
A
with the
full
7 second
possession
or
below
less.
the
So let's
7
think
seconds or
about
less.
that. The 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns would be dead last in offense
Right now.
in today's NBA.
And they were like
crazy.
revolutionary 10 years ago, 15 years
Scary.
ago.
That's
the league,
scary.
But the league is pushing for offense. They don't care about
But if you look at the
defense.
scores now, it's 130, 120.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
league,
All
the league is
offense.
pushing for
and
offense.
with that 14 seconds,
Yeah, they're speeding up the game.
that 14 seconds after
No, I heard that.
offensive
I heard that
rebound,
didn't change a lot.
I feel
So
like it
someone,
has.
about as solid.
someone did the math
Oh,
and
they did
said
a statistical breakdown.
most offensive rebounds are scored like I think it said like
Within-
83% of offensive rebounds are scored within the 14 seconds.
Yeah, but
anyway.
I feel like where it adds points to a game. I mean, obviously with the second number
Yeah.
itself, but where it adds points to a game is when there's 3 minutes left. When there's
yeah.
2 minutes
Oh
left.
yeah, yeah.
And all of that offensive
That's what it's meant for.
Because remember, that offensive rebound was damn near a minute gone.
Oh yeah, get off. That's 48 seconds.
Exactly.
24
So
up,
now
get
it's
that
like
rebound.
you shoot. There's 4 on the clock left. You grab the rebound.
You gotta
have to
decide
shoot
quick.
with 3 left again.
Yeah.
That's only 30 seconds off the clock this time.
Yeah.
Now that other team has a chance to get 3 more points.
Agreed.
Now they're gonna foul you. You're gonna score 2 more points, and now we've just added 5 points to the game. So I feel like that's where it's adding points, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I
Shout out to NBA,
still
man.
kind of like. That's why I like playoff basketball more.
Why?
I don't want that. I don't want 130. I
You
don't want to
want
see any
strategic-
box score with a
You
combined
need
score of over
strategic
250.
basketball. You want to they went, they watch game tape, they study on how to beat.
I need
team.
the 108 to 102s.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the most I want.
Like, I want to see defense.
Give me 111
No, they're still
on a
playing
good night.
defense. It's just the pace is
Game,
every
the
The
possession
pace
is run
is
up the
just
court.
scary. That's
Yeah,
all
that's true. Every
really
pace is grab the rebound. It's like us at Thursday.
Push
ball.
it. Push it.
It's
after
us at
every
Thursday
rebound.
ball, literally. Grab the rebound and who's furthest down the court.
You just push it
Yeah,
after every
oops,
rebound.
I'm just playing shit.
And I think that all started with Golden State.
It
It
did.
no, I mean it started with the 7 seconds or less, but the
Golden
pace
State definitely
Changed the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People saw what can happen.
definitely. Let's get off this NBA shit
Santa
because I don't think many people care.
Not a lot. To be honest.
A lot of people don't know a lot about sports.
A lot of people don't know anything.
It's very annoying.
A lot of people don't know shit. People
Anyways.
are dumb as fuck. I'm joking.
Damn, you're rude. Anyways,
Yeah, I'm playing.
let's
I'm playing.
end
Love
off,
y'all.
of course, sports talk there. We know after sports talk comes the random thoughts.
Random
Random
thoughts.
thoughts, of course, is our time to go through any saved clips on Instagram, any liked videos on Twitter, or anything random. Anything random.
Keep
that
it or
comes to your
leak it.
motherfucking rhyme.
Keep it or leak it.
I'm listening.
Trevin, keep it or leak it. Keep it means keep it in the vault, don't release it. Leak it means give it to the radio stations, let them leak it. Takeoffs is next Migos to release a solo album. It's going to be called The Last Rocket, which I think is sick with the name Takeoff.
For sure.
Keep it or leak it.
I'm here for it.
Keep it.
Damn, Trevin said keep it.
You don't want to hear it?
Out of Migos, I don't.
You don't want to hear Takeoff?
Offset. Oh no, it's
Yeah,
Takeoff.
it's Offset.
No, it's
man.
Takeoff.
What's Takeoff's drop?
I'm not a Takeoff fan.
Offset really
She's
is the only one
looking
with a
like
drop.
a movie. Yeah.
But I'm saying Offset is really the only one that has a
And
drop.
Quavo
has it.
has a Quavo.
Does he?
Yeah, he says Quavo before some verses. Quavo Honcho.
Nah. I'm here for that.
Okay, but
I'm
yeah,
here for that
me
because
too.
everyone's saying
Leak
it's everyone's saying
He is the best
lyrically.
lyricist out of the Migos.
So I'm down for that. I saved mad clips on Instagram this week.
I have a few.
I definitely saved a bunch
I
of them.
didn't save, but I have a few. Like,
What's going
talk
on
about.
here on my list?
Yo, do you see the 50 Cent spent $2,000
Yo.
to buy?
50
I heard
is
about
the
that. That's
master
just
fucking
Yo,
brutal.
troll,
he's the
son.
ultimate troll.
So
That's rude.
for those that don't know, 50 Cent. So Ja Rule's putting on a concert, $15 per ticket. First of all, that's a fucking steal.
That's a steal.
Let's not act like Ja Rule cannot perform a 3-hour. No, I'm joking.
He's not.
A 1-hour legacy fucking tour.
Yeah, but it's all going to be people our age.
Yeah, I know
and
that.
older.
I'm not talking about crowd or hype or this or that. I'm just saying like
he can.
you're telling me Ja
definitely.
Rule can't put down 60 minutes of bangers because he has them.
He could.
Yeah. So this is what 50.
Wanna
This is
throw
what
back
50
So for
tweeted.
$15, you wouldn't roll the dice on a Ja Rule concert
50.
That's a tough decision.
on for
50?
I'm not playing.
$15.
I'd roll the dice on that.
50 he Instagrammed a picture of Ja Rule's concert on Groupon and his caption was, people think I'm mean, so go see this. $15. Wait, what do I do now? And then later on in the comments he wrote, I just bought 200 seats in the front so your shit can be empty.
Yo, that
And
guy.
then
rude.
it was confirmed
That's crazy that
by
the tickets were on
Dat Piff.
Groupon.
50 Cent spent $3,000 to buy 200 front row seats at Ja Rule's concerts so they could all be empty. And then someone commented, I love this nigga. I always will. But I understand why he got shot 9 times.
Yo, word. I feel like 50's career is a mirror of what Tekashi's career is going to be.
I think
I'm not
50's
talking about
way
musically.
better
I'm talking about the
businessman.
trolling.
Nah. What 50
The
does it in a
trolling,
different
though.
way.
No, 50 is not. 50 will do
You're
anything.
Right. You're right. Yo, I realize I saved mad shit,
But I
but
think that's-
my saved list is kind of weak, yo.
Ooh, I have a keep it or leak it.
Okay, before you get that, I want to talk about an artist that's definitely going to enter the hip hop Forbes next year.
Hip hop.
Maybe.
Dismiss.
Sway Lee. You hear about this?
What do you do now?
Sway Lee, and I quote, this is on his Instagram page, I'm proud to announce our $20 million deal
With Belvedere or something?
with Bel Air.
Oh, there
Big
we go.
gold bottles for all my friends. We swimming in a champagne sea, baby. So he made 20 million off that
No, it's a $20 million deal.
deal.
It's not. You didn't make 20 million. Remember when everyone said Soulja Boy got that $200 million deal with some gaming company?
Didn't happen.
And it's like they're like, no, we put $20 towards marketing,
Damn.
and Soulja Boy was involved in the marketing of that game, and so that's what it is. It's like, rappers deals where they say, "Oh, I just signed a $10 million contract."
Oh, yeah, I know. It's for 5 projects over 8
Yeah.
years. Yeah,
And it's on marketing. Like you pay that back when you make your money off the project. It's like a loan.
absolutely.
So although this is probably not a loan, but I don't believe he got 20 mil sitting in his pocket, like in his bank account.
Damn. Way to debunk that, sir.
Yo, fam,
What's your next
The
keep it or-
industry is messed up more than people think.
That's a fact.
It's all business. It's all money first. They don't see. Someone said, business doesn't see color. Business only sees green.
Who's someone?
I don't know. Some radio station. I was
You have
listening to.
mad someone's.
Yo, someone.
That
Yo, I
didn't
didn't
make
do a lot
sense.
of things.
Let me tell you right now, that didn't make
I
sense.
I fucked it up.
Green was a color.
It's supposed to be business only sees green. Like it was because they were talking about racism. Like in a business, they don't care about racism. That's good for them. They just want to see money.
That's it. It's true.
My keep it or leak it is Meek Mill posted a picture on Instagram of him holding a DC chain and an OVO chain.
It's a dream chaser with OVO.
And he goes, "My life deeper than rap, though."
I don't
But
think that's really a keep it or leak it question.
Do you want to keep it or do you want
Who
to?
doesn't want more Drake Meek?
I low key want him to.
I want
keep
to hear that.
I low key want him to keep that.
Why?
What?
I don't know, man.
What?
Just
Why?
leave me wanting.
They mentioned, okay, something very interesting was mentioned on the Joe Budden podcast, and I want to bring it to the viewers here. Anytime we've heard Drake and Meek,
It's a beef thing.
no. Anytime we've heard a Drake and Meek collab,
It's a beef thing. I'm joking.
it's been a Meek sounding track,
Usually, yeah. It's usually it's Meek featuring Drake.
right? Even if, whatever it is, Drake featuring Meek
I don't
featuring
think there is a Drake featuring Meek.
whatever it is. I don't even care about the accolades. I'm saying the sound of the record itself is always a Meek sounding record.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Like
If it's-
produced by Meek.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
Like, if it's a
you
Meek
wouldn't wanna
track,
hear-
it's a Meek featuring Drake
So
because it's
you're
always
not-
a Meek produced track.
No, but you're not taking what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm saying why it's always Meek's track because it's always Meek. Drake has never been.
But again, you're not hearing what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, with them collabing again, it doesn't matter if Meek is leading the charge. The reason why I jokingly said you're not feeling the B-side sounding Meek on Tory's shit, Meek is obviously experimenting with a new sound. Not that he's changing his sound, but he's experimenting with a new sound to sort of enhance his game, right? You wouldn't want to hear a Drake sounding track with Meek on it? Regardless if it's Meek featuring Drake, it's now a Drake sounding track, a more B-side sounding track, or
Nah. I'm not trying to
something
hear. I'm
more
not trying to
vocal.
hear Meek.
You know, the
sing.
first one of those two to drop a track with either one of them is gonna be huge.
Oh yeah, for
course.
sure.
Everyone's gonna want to listen
For
to
sure.
it.
and it's going to be Meek
It's gonna be
featuring
Meek
Drake
featuring
because
Drake.
Drake doesn't like
Drake-
put
Drake is
motherfuckers on his album.
Exactly. Drake has never featured Meek.
Drake doesn't like putting motherfuckers on his album.
Drake's a fuckboy.
Anyways, let's move on to more random thoughts.
yeah, that
We're
was just
not
my
supposed,
keyword.
we're not
Yeah.
supposed to deep dive at random thoughts. God
That's
damn.
true. Still, We're supposed to have
Cardi B refused to perform at Super Bowl halftime show until
Next.
the NFL hires Colin Kaepernick back.
First of all,
Okay.
she already accepted it, and then after the backlash is when you're going to say nah. Fuck
Okay,
outta
buddy.
here.
Anyways, next. What else?
why
I had some next shit.
I had some stuff, but then I ended up.
Tory
in
Lanez thinks Nicki Minaj is fake.
Oh yeah, because she didn't want to put him on his.
Something
she,
like that.
She was supposed to be on Shooters, and she
Oh yeah, the
called him last
shooter
minute
shit.
to
Yeah.
remove her verse, but then she rewrote for Quavo or some shit, some bullshit.
Did you see Will Smith killing the fucking Instagram game again?
Nah, I'm over Will Smith. Not even gonna lie.
You're over it.
Which
Not
part?
over it, but everyone's just Will Smith. Oh my gosh, let me suck your dick.
It's an easy
Oh my
one now.
gosh.
It's like when Kevin Hart came out with his shoes.
Exactly.
Everyone was all pro Kevin Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
get
what
what
it
you
is now. Now everyone like, oh, Will Smith. All right, guys, I'm done sucking the nigga dick. Pause.
Did you hear? Whoa.
Heavy pause.
You know what I mean, y'all?
Let me just fucking find that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Where the hell is my damn rewind button? I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's right there.
Skr.
Okay. Anyways, Nick Cannon,
Oh god.
he says he could beat Lil Wayne and Drake in a rap battle.
Next.
You don't
I don't
buy
even
it?
want to address that.
Next.
You're not buying it?
Next.
What if Nick is nice? What
Next.
if Nick is nice on the mic?
Next.
What if Nick
Next.
and
Next.
all of our viewers just turned off the podcast at this
Lowered
point
the
because
volume.
Yo.
that just blew up all their
Yo,
speakers.
lower your volume, guys.
So we apologize for
I
that.
do not
That's
want.
a
I'm not going to
soundbite.
And
continue
let
that
me
conversation.
bring that back real quick. Russ bought his mama home.
Yo, shout out to Russ.
His mom's like 4'9", and she looks just like him. It's kind of funny.
You know when you said 4'9", I think I was 6'9". I'm like 6'4'9". What?
4'9", what?
We say individual digits now.
Did you hear about this after an extensive investigation
Next.
from the Relationships and Preventative Infidelity Commission? The chief has in fact, it's sarcasm. The chief has in fact confirmed that these findings are factuals. That 43% of women, 2,000 females were surveyed here. 43% of them said that they have a backup man if their current relationship ends. 8 out of 10 are in
Oh, I
contact
saw this stupid
with the
stats.
backup man.
Damn, yo.
15% of them said
Yeah,
their
these sound
feelings
shit,
were
yeah,
stronger for the backup man.
He's just saying it's all true.
50% of them, okay, nobody can hear.
Yeah, but I'm
50%
converting.
of them said that their partner was aware of the backup man. 1 out of 5 admitted
Oh.
that the backup man was a friend of their partner. And 1 out of 10 said the backup man has already confessed their undying love. Just want to put that out there. No further words are necessary, but I'm just putting that out there.
Y'all
What
ladies.
else? What
Y'all
else?
ladies.
What else
Y'all
is on my
ladies.
random thoughts here?
I'm done with her.
Did you see that? Did you see that fucking Martin Luther King Silver Surfer looking shit?
Nah, what thing?
You didn't see the Martin Luther King shit?
No.
So in Buffalo, New York, there's 6,000 people. They have signed a petition that wants a statue that is honoring Martin Luther King to be replaced
Are they white?
with something that looks more realistic.
Oh God.
Are they white? Probably not, because
I think I'm gonna take it down.
I'm outraged by this. This nigga looks like Silver Surfer.
Let me see what's
This
more
nigga
realistic.
looks like NBA Live 2006 my created player.
Oh, okay, it's close enough.
This is what he looks like.
Why is
He looks like Colossus.
Looks like a football player.
Colossus, right?
Colossus.
Looks like a football player that just took a bunch of steroids.
You know what I'm
And now his
saying?
jaw's big. And
Yo, he looks
the hell's
like
that shit?
Daniel Cormier. Like, what is, I don't understand this. I don't understand this.
Yo, can I protest this?
Hey, 6,000 people already did it. We don't need to do it.
Yo,
Let me see if I have anything else for random thoughts. Oh, did you see the Ellen shit? Ellen scared Diddy,
with the clown. I'm not
Yeah,
scared
I
of
seen that.
clowns.
and he's dancing and shit.
Fucking Diddy.
You see Golden State with the Fergie shit? Fergie's
Because
ex-husband?
Fergie's ex-husband told him to apologize.
Yo,
Boy, if you don't go sit your ass down.
That nigga is the ex for the reason.
That video was funny.
Y'all need to chill.
Sway the remix, God.
Yeah, they played the remix on that. I think that's all I got for random thoughts. I'm not
Nothing
gonna lie.
from me still.
I think that's
Let's
all
get
I got
to
for
CCS,
random
we
thoughts. So
pushing
let's
that.
get into the CCS.
That under 120.
We're already above 120. Fuck it. It's
Yeah,
one of those.
156.
It's one of those 205 type of episodes. You know, those are the best ones anyway. Let's get into then the crazy Canadian shit. As usual, crazy Canadian shit. CCS. It's those crazy eye-raising what the fuck stories from here in Canada. Now, sometimes it is right in our backyard. It's a Toronto King, so we know what's
Hey-yo.
going on.
It's from Young and Dundas.
Other times,
Times Square
it
Junior.
is just as unusual to us as it is to y'all.
It's from
So,
Sussex, Manitoba.
you know, it's our chance to
Learn.
shed some light on what goes on in this country right quick.
You want to start this?
I do want to start this. I want to start it off with something unfortunate, of course. So Canadian rapper, this was in the news, so I just want to bring it to light. Canadian rapper John James McMurray, he passed away during a video shoot after an airplane stunt went wrong.
Did you see the video of him falling?
I did not. Don't tell me
That
it's
was-
I don't want to see that.
Like they didn't show the fall, but they show like where he like
Where
let go, and you can see him like coming down from the plane.
I'm not looking at that.
It was just on my timeline.
and I'm glad it wasn't on mine.
I was not looking for it. It was just on my timeline, and
I
you
don't
just see
wanna
him let
see
go.
that,
And I was like,
man.
but supposedly, now I'll tell you this: he did have a parachute.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
It's
we're gonna
not to
go- okay.
say he's not to
Get
say
into
he's
it
walling
then.
out. So the
Was this
Canadian
plane
rapper,
moving?
Yes. it was
John
hit,
James
yeah.
McMurray,
He's gonna
he
get
was
into it.
killed on Saturday.
Have you
which
ever
is
heard of this
October
guy, by the way?
20th. I
Sorry.
haven't.
Neither have I.
He fell to his death in British Columbia while filming a video in which he was walking on the wing of an airplane while he was rapping. So according to a statement from McMurray's management, the rapper, 33 years old, he was known as an accomplished stuntman. He had been working on this shoot for months, and he's been training intensively for it.
Damn.
What he did was, as he got further and further onto the wing of the airplane, I think I had heard as well that he went a little bit further than he should have.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But when he got further and further onto the wing of the plane, it caused the small airplane to go into a downward spiral. The pilot couldn't correct it. Apparently, the rapper had held on to the wing for as long as he could, let go, parachute, didn't have time to pull it,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
died on impact, died instantly. My goodness, rest in peace. No deep dive for me to
Nothing.
have there at all.
Neither
So
for me.
I am moving
Damn.
on. The earth apparently does not have enough fruits and vegetables to keep everyone healthy. There's a study that was done in
Survival of the fittest out here.
That's massive survival of the fittest.
Dog eat dog world.
You crazy out here. So this is a study. It was published in the scientific journal PLOS ONE, PLOS. I wonder what that stands for scientifically. But anyways, what they're saying was that this is I'm trying to remember where it was done. The study itself.
It was done in Toronto, Canada.
University of Guelph.
Oh, it's close.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. So University of Guelph, they led the charge on this study.
Dumb
Basically, what they're saying is that motherfuckers are focusing too much on talking to farmers.
Yeah.
They're focusing too much on overproducing grains, sugars, and fats, while at this point they're growing 3 times less produce than what everyone should consume. The PSA here, because I guess there must be a PSA, The PSA here is eat less meat, eat more veggies, so that the farmers wouldn't, or sorry, not even meat specifically, but eat less meat and grain, eat more veggies, so
That's
the
fair.
farmers focus on that more.
Yeah, they're not gonna focus on that. You know who's buying the grains and the what you call it, corn, or what else do they?
The vegetables.
Meat.
Yeah, you know who's buying those is the fucking companies.
True.
That like half of our corn, that's the biggest like sugar source for like all these preservatives.
Now we're getting
That's
into
who's
facts
buying it.
that neither of us have a clue about.
Now I know about this. I've researched this before.
Researching about corn?
No, about about what's in your food, fam. You don't look at the ingredients of your food and just like, what is this?
You know, man's
Like
researching that
high
fresh buttered corn.
high what's that thing called? That
High fructose.
that thing that's always in like
Corn syrup.
Yeah, corn syrup.
Fructose.
Yeah,
Or
it's in-
glucose.
It's in almost every boxed meal, and almost
Absolutely.
every cereal. It's corn.
Absolutely.
It's from corn.
Absolutely.
That's where to get. That's what eventually we're all going to
what's
be out
your
of.
beef with corn?
All I'm saying is that eventually we're going to be eating out of cans and all preservatives. That's what's happening.
That's the
with the
vegan
vegetables.
movement.
To eat preservatives.
What do you think the vegan movement is? That shit's to
I don't
me.
know. That shit looks whacker, right? Sorry, vegans, but I ain't no vegan.
I mean,
It's not
I'm
whack.
not gonna
but
shit
I'm
on
not-
I'm here
vegans.
for a good time, not a long time.
but damn,
Jeez.
damn, yo, let me.
Yo, and with that, I'm taking to my CCS. I didn't want to say anything after that. Someone said enough.
Man said I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's a bar.
All right, tell me your CCS so we can wrap this shit up.
Toronto's airport has responded to the free weed bin, and you're not going to like what it has to say about it.
So Toronto Airport.
Yes. So a photo of a trash can appeared on Reddit, and it's completely blown up since. Redditors got way too excited about the prospect of an entire trash bin filled with free weed. Apparently, it's such a concern that the airport authorities have decided to address it in the media.
So hold on. I'm trying to unpack this a little bit in a way that's a little bit more visual for the
I was just
listeners.
about to get in more.
Okay, you do your thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, where did I put it?
Because again, what you're saying is that Toronto Airport
Yeah,
has a bin.
let me get there. So
I'm
it's
taking a shot.
illegal
I'm
to
taking a
fly
shot.
in and to fly out of Canada with weed, but it's legal to carry it on you in Canada
and
now.
fly cross country,
Fly
which is
cross-country.
interesting. It's sick.
So if you're flying out of the country, there was a bin that says you can put your weed here. You know, no charge. Weed's legal, so you're not doing anything wrong. It's like putting your alcohol away.
Get rid of your ounce.
Pretty much.
Where does it go?
So because Toronto airport claimed they weren't prepared, they had a garbage bin
Damn.
full of weed, and of course, them are putting their hands in the garbage bin and walking away with weed.
Yo.
But Toronto airport did respond and say that this is just a temporary fix, and they are going to put,
That's raw.
you know, one of those yellow things in the hospital where like you can put something. Oh, never mind. They're just going to put something in where you can't take weed out
What's
of
this
it.
yellow thing in the hospital he's talking about?
I have no
It's
idea.
for like bloodies, like when nurses do anything with blood,
Oh.
and they just put it in the bin.
Ugh.
Like you can't put your hand in the bin, but like you can put stuff in the bin.
Like
And-
an Iron Mountain bin?
I don't know what the fucking Iron Mountain is.
I know what it's shredding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iron Mountain shredding.
You shred your
Oh, no.
Basically,
documents.
it's just a lockable bin.
It doesn't
No.
shred it on the spot.
No, this one has like a lip. Like the lip's always out. When you put it in, you close the lip, and then it goes in, and the lip just comes back. Like almost like a vending machine.
Okay, I'm with it.
Things are meant to go in, not out, unless it's taken to like
A
wherever.
reverse vending machine.
Yeah,
reverse
bullshit like
It
that.
goes.
So
in.
it's just funny because them are just going in and just walking
Mans
out
are
with
just
the weed.
taking the.
Yo, y'all are
marijuana.
savages out here, man.
Yo, I wouldn't do that though.
That's
It's the airport. They said it is camera operated, and they do stop people.
But forget the safety. Forget the getting caught aspect of it. Would you put your hand in that bin and
Nope.
take a
A nug?
take a handful?
I don't know what stuff that is.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, what if some fentanyl on that
You
shit?
don't
or
know
some
what
shit?
you don't know what's in this shit you get
What if
anyway.
it's Mad Reggie?
You don't know what's in the shit you get anyway.
You don't know, but at least you know what you purchased in terms of what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So at
good.
least I know I looked at X and Y website at X and Y strain and ordered X and Y strain, which is only supposed to be X and Y. If I'm
Now,
looking
there's
at a
some Z in
garbage
there.
bin at the YYZ, I'm looking at a garbage bin of fucking weed on it. Like, I'm not gonna take that. I'm not going to take that because I don't
You're playing
trust
Russian
it.
roulette at that point.
That's what I'm saying. You're playing Russian
Who
roulette.
doesn't like Russian roulette? You know,
Yo, you're on some
a
shit.
little gamble here, a little red here, a little black there, a little.
You are definitely on some motherfucking shit. Any more CCS?
Nah, Trevor, you got CCS? You heard some crazy Canadian shit recently?
You haven't heard no crazy Canadian shit going on lately?
You don't
Nothing
live in
crazy.
City
bro?
elections? No.
Municipal
That
election.
wasn't that
Yo, some
crazy.
guy already started not provincial, Justin Trudeau, federal election. I saw a commercial on TV. He's like, you guys need to save more on your federal tax.
Makes sense.
He's like, vote for me for federal. It's not for 2 years.
Makes
The
sense.
man started his campaign early.
Gotta start early, man. I ain't
Shout out
mad
to
at
that guy.
What was I gonna say? Fuck, I had a good point.
No, you didn't.
Anyways, fuck it, I don't have a good point. So then I guess at that point, you're gonna
Cue
cue
the violence?
the motherfucking Incredible Hulk music.
It's
It's still
That
No!
said,
it definitely ain't that.
that will
That's Jurassic
Bring
Park.
us-
Oh, you guys are haters.
We've been saying that.
You guys don't know. It's Lou Ferrigno's the Incredible Hulk.
like I was saying. That will bring us to the unfortunate end, of course, of another episode of the True North Views podcast. We have one ask of everyone. It's our social experiment.
Hey,
We ask that you please continue that conversation by telling a friend to tell 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 a friend. That's 6 degrees of separation. It's not hard.
it's hella
If you,
easy,
as one
actually.
individual, tell 6 mans to listen to the True North Views podcast,
TNV for short.
and you ask them to do one thing in addition to listening, you ask them to tell 6 more people.
6 man.
And you ask them to tell each of those 6 people to also tell 6 more people. And then you wash and you rinse and you repeat
and then
and you recycle. Social
here.
experiment will prove to work
Oh, we out here. We're gonna be out here
because then everyone will know about us. And then
Yeah,
you will
that's-
know that you played a role
in this
in this social experiment. So you have that pride and joy of saying, yeah, I was there.
TNV
I was a
social
part of that.
experiment.
TNV social experiment.
Stanford social.
And
Have
let
you
me
seen
know
the
how
movie
it goes.
Stanford social experiment.
The Facebook one?
No,
That was
Stanford.
called Social Network.
No, this one's called it's called Stanford Socials.
No, I haven't. Is it
Social
on
experiment.
Netflix?
I think it wasn't. I don't know if it's still there. But
I
they
hate that
pretty
that's
much
the only
took.
question we ask nowadays.
They pushed 6 people and 12 people, divided them into 6 groups, convicts and the guards,
Mhm.
and they put them in in this little makeshift jail to see how they react.
Oh, and then it
then
really
the
became like
guards
that.
really became so.
That sounds
They actually
sick.
canceled it halfway through because the guards became too much. They felt like they had too much power.
I wonder what permanent mental.
There is some stuff on that. People did say it did lead to
You're gonna have to give me the name of that because I want to see if
yeah,
it's still on Netflix.
Stanford social experiment. Stanford. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll look it up later. Now, as usual, I go by the name Harris.
Skr. JustShola. Skr.
Okay, got Trevin in the building too. Shout
Yes,
out to
sir.
Trevin. Give him a motherfucking round of applause for Trevin
Yo,
for being on
shout
the
out
mic.
for showing up
I'm
today.
ready for that pumpkin pie.
Jeez,
I made some pumpkin pie because I'm a motherfucking chef.
Himself,
Shout out to me real
He
quick.
gives up all the sound bites. The laughing one, the spitting one, everyone in reverse. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I guess you just got to tell them the number one rule.
Skirt the waistmans.
That's not the number one rule.
That is it. Skirt. When you see them, you skirt.
You swerve.
Watch out
That's
for
good.
them.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You watch out for the waistmans.
Number 2 rule is no more first of alls.
No more. Do we say first? I probably did.
I know I said first and foremost for something.
You can't use a different.
No, I know what I'm
form.
not. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
You can't. You can't.
Nah.
Like, I'm not gonna say first of all. Somebody use firstly.
I know
First
I
and
said first and
foremost.
foremost at least once.
Try using a word. Try saying. Do not use the word first.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna try
Not
that.
even in a.
But I know I used it at least once. Do you think you used it at all?
I'm pretty sure I did subconsciously.
Okay. And rule number 3 is we don't fact check.
Although Mick Jagger was in the Rolling Stones, I did check that.
Mm.
Yeah. Then who the hell was Led Zeppelin's lead singer?
Who knows?
I
That's
don't
Stairway to Heaven, no?
I think we're getting off track.
Nah, I don't know who Stairway to
Anyways,
Heaven is.
guys, it fucking snowed in Toronto for some strange reason. So please stay warm.
Get that
out
winter
there.
jacket. Get them toques.
Stay
get them
warm
scarves,
indoors.
Get, them gloves,
Get your
get
heaters
Timmies
on.
Out.
Don't be like Jamaicans that don't turn on the heater in the winter and
Yo,
don't
wear a
turn on the
sweater.
AC in the summer.
Wear a sweater.
It don't make no motherfucking sense.
Wear a sweater.
Anyways, it's the True North Views podcast. It's episode 27.
Let's eat some pumpkin pie, y'all.
Let's get it.